Kelly, you know what? If Carter didn't tell you this, after the very first podcast that I listened to, which I think was number 2, because 2 is number 1, right?
No, 2 was
number 1.
No. Number 1 was number 1. Number 2 was number 3.
Okay, there you go. So after number 1, your voice for radio is perfect.
Well, you know,
I'm thinking my dad's got he's got a deep voice. You sound like you need to be on Yellowstone.
I do have that smooth baritone.
You do. I mean, it's you may have missed your calling.
I think I have.
No, seriously. I mean, your voice for radio is perfect. What people are looking for.
Welcome to WKRK.
No, because it's not that fake crap.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, DJ Radio.
No, it's just that. Boom.
Your voice sounds really good. You have a super deep voice, and it's coming in super deep. So if you're gonna talk like this, it's gonna be hard to hear. But when you were just talking to him, that was fine. So I'm not too worried about it. You'll figure it out. You can hear yourself too. That's the good thing about the headphones. You can hear yourself.
Yeah.
And you go forward. Now we've been recording.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Is this where we hit the intro?
This is where we hit the intro.
Okay.
Let's go straight to the intro.
intro.
Today. We're gonna go straight to the intro. Let me get the music going.
It's what the fans want.
I know. We got to do what the fans want.
What are you drinking, Kelly?
All right, Dad. We're doing the intro right now.
Okay, here's the intro.
What episode is this? 14?
Yes, because last week was Unlucky 13.
Welcome to episode 14 of Generational Gap. We got a great episode tonight. I worked really hard. I did a lot of not working in my office all week long to get ready for this podcast. We got a very, very, very special guest.
Very special.
My dad, Richard Ash. He's sitting there drinking some... What are you drinking, Dad?
Tennessee.
You got to go closer. Go.
Tennessee Moonshine.
Tennessee Moonshine. We're smoking cigars. We're drinking some drinks. We're going to hopefully get through this.
We're going to get canceled.
Hopefully we'll get through this.
What's your dad's shirt say?
Yeah. My dad's shirt says, white, straight, Republican, Christian, male. How else can I offend you today? My dad he bought this shirt for the podcast, I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely.
Kelly, what happened on this day, sir?
On this day.
Oh, and I'm timing you on this. You get like 30 seconds.
Oh, I've knocked these
We
down.
talked. We had a production meeting this week.
We're tightening things up.
We're tightening it up. We went straight
I like
to the...
it tight.
Whoa.
All
right.
And we're off.
We're off.
On this day, December 3rd, 1690.
Rock concert.
Yes. Did he tell you to say that?
Wait, 1690? He watches the podcast.
I watched the podcast.
He knows. That's awesome.
English astronomer.
Astronomer.
Hold on, I'll grab my phone. Oh, I can't grab my phone.
John Flamsteed. He observes Uranus without realizing it's been. He's discovering it.
And we've already talked about that today, so you know.
Did he look in the mirror or?
Yeah.
Okay.
He observed your anus. So he walked by and was like,
my anus.
Okay. As the senior person
on?
here, just Uranus.
On this day, December 3rd, 1888.
1888.
Vincent van Gogh.
Oh, cuts his ear off.
Cuts his left ear off with a razor after an argument with fellow painter Paul Gauguin.
What are you arguing about that you cut your ear off? Yeah, I think
what was the argument about?
You haven't got to the best part. What did he do with the ear when he was done?
Forget that. What
nailed
No.
He mailed it.
No.
He ate it.
He put it on a painting.
He sent it to a prostitute for safekeeping. Those prostitutes back then will take payment any form.
They're basically the lockbox of...
So what would that be worth today if we could find
Oh my gosh. His ear would be worth $1 billion.
Bazillion
If they could
dollars.
find his ear and
somebody would try to Jurassic Park that shit.
Hunter Biden's is better than Van Gogh.
Could you imagine that?
Hunter Biden's art is better than Van Gogh's.
This is an odd one.
I'm going to call bullshit on that.
All right.
1954.
Rock concert.
Nothing funny? No.
Elvis
The first
Presley.
human kidney transplant is performed by Dr. Joseph E. Murray. I found that very
He
1954 is like, oh,
What was his name?
Joseph E. Murray.
Joseph A. Bank Murray.
Joseph A. Bank.
He always says that there was the first transplant. He never says it was the first successful transplant. He just says first
I've noticed
transplant.
On this day tomorrow, the first kidney transplant died.
See, that's the important
There we go.
thing.
All right.
So it's like hold on. It's like
This is us tightening it up.
what's the cleaning thing?
Windex.
409. 409 times. So how many times did it take him to do it before it was successful?
We have a guest right here, live for the second round. Madison's coming to steal your drinks.
My daughter-in-law.
My daughter.
My wife.
My wife.
The only
The only girl in my family.
Wow.
I can't hear you, but
Can I take two of these?
Yeah.
Dose.
Take two.
They're
Take
fif-
those.
They're
We're in the middle
$15
of a
a piece.
podcast, but all
We
right.
are in the middle of a podcast. Oh.
All right.
Hold on. You got to try this.
Oh my. All right.
On
All
this
right.
day-
Keep going, Kelly.
1972.
Has something with Gerald
Eagles.
Ford.
Eagles.
Nope.
Gerald Ford popped a boner.
16 plane crash survivors. When you say it, when you know it, say it. 16 plane crash survivors rescued from the
Yellow Jackets.
Uruguayan.
Uruguay.
Uruguayan
Huh. Uruguayan.
Air Force flight after 72 days in the Andean mountains, only surviving through
Andes Mountain. Andes.
Andean.
No, it's not. It's not.
He's reading off the
I'm
screen.
reading it. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just reading it. How did they survive?
Eating
ate
people.
each other.
Cannibalism.
Yellow
It
Jackets.
was a good movie.
If you're not watching Yellow Jackets
Jackets?
right now, you need to be watching Yellow
watching Yellow
Jackets.
Jackets, Richard?
Nah, he's not on
haven't heard of
Showtime.
it.
On Showtime.
It's a great show.
It's
What else
When
happened on
I
this
was
day?
a kid, Showtime was what you wanted.
There's actually a movie of that whole thing called Alive, I believe. Very good movie.
Oh, I thought it was Deep Throat.
1997 on this day, December 3rd. I have a question. Is it Hanukkah or Chanukah?
Hanukkah.
It's
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Is that what the C is?
That's what you had to, Adam Sandler, right?
Yeah.
Settle around for Hanukkah.
That's a great song. Why don't they? And you realize they don't play that song anymore.
I know.
It's racist now.
I don't know if it's racist. Adam Sandler is a Jew, so
So he
Well,
can
I
get away with
understand,
it.
but still, it doesn't mean he wouldn't get.
I don't think they play a whole lot of Christmas songs.
It's because it's a Hanukkah song.
Anyways, the Chanukah candle. Hanukkah candle.
You're gonna get
officially
feedback.
lit in the Vatican City.
That's
the first
lit.
time.
Really?
Celebrating
Whoa,
Hanukkah.
that's weird.
And
That
it
is
was
weird.
done to reconcile Roman Catholics and Jews. I guess they had some beef.
Yeah, just a
well,
little.
yeah, a little.
Y'all
They had
killed
be-
my dude.
They had beef, but no pork.
Jesus was real. Jesus wasn't real. I don't know.
You killed our
Wait,
dude.
wait, wait.
You killed our dude, man.
Yeah.
You killed our main man.
Birthdays. Born on this day,
Not me.
1544.
Columbus.
No, he sailed in 1492. dumbass.
Anna,
I know. That's what I did last week too.
Anna,
Anna.
Duchess
Smith.
of Saxon, wife of Prince. This is the only reason this is on here. He was wife of Prince William of Orange. You think they called him that because of the color or the fruit?
The fruit.
Size of the fruit.
Huh?
The
Never know.
Size of the fruit.
Size of the fruit.
1805.
1805.
Rock concert.
No. Colonizer.
Born on this day,
Oh, the
Joseph Smith,
Okay.
Oh, Mormonism.
soaking.
American founder of the Church of Jesus
That
Christ of
was
Latter-day
so
Saints, was
funny.
born in Sharon, Vermont. The next day later, they started soaking.
Does everybody get the golden listen?
I don't know.
The next day.
The next day.
Hey guys, I found these books in the desert. Completely left them there. Memorized them. Let's do soaking.
Soaking's okay.
The golden lizard told him about the soaking situation.
Said I came from the planets.
Born on this day, 1964.
Rock concert.
Yes. Close. Eddie Vedder, Pearl Jam.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yep.
It had to happen one day. You seemed pretty surprised he was born today.
He's 1 year older than me.
Really?
Born on this day, 1979. I only put this in here because I saw a really cool video about her the other day.
Not me.
Holly Madison,
Never heard of her.
Never.
one of Hugh Hefner's girls.
Oh.
And just
Oh,
her.
the blonde.
The blonde. She
did
put a
show. Oh,
she
That
just put a-
narrows it down.
Well,
that
no,
narrows.
no, the two blondes.
Yeah, the girls next door, right?
She's so beautiful.
They're
But she wrote it. She just wrote a book, and I saw the thing. A
Is
little.
she that literate? She could write.
She's very smart, I guess. But anyways,
Is her ankles warm?
you fucking.
this is us tightening it up, isn't it? All right. Dead on this day, no longer breathing.
Rock concert.
558. I only put on this because this is kind of a weird. Childbert.
I was gonna
His
say
name was Childbert,
Van Gogh's ear.
King of France.
What year?
558.
558.
I wasn't around then.
And then I put this one on there because of Childbert. Dead on this day also, 679. Dagobert the second. The fuck's up with
They
these
both
names?
died.
Well, yeah. He was the king of Austrasia. Didn't know that was a-
Austrasia. Sure.
Didn't know that was a place.
And where is that?
Azerbaijan.
No, he was murdered actually while he was hunting.
Nice. By a whole.
That's Game of Thrones, dude. You got
I
it
know.
mixed up.
Anytime I hear of like a
Game of
royalty dying hunting, I'm like, I know exactly what that's like.
And anything Game of Thrones you think you want to throw out there, I've watched it literally 11 times.
Wow. I've watched it 3, so maybe.
11 times.
11 times. all
You've
the way
watched
through.
all of Game of Thrones
Who's your-
11 times.
Who's your favorite
Love-
character?
No, don't coerce him.
I hate to say it, but I do like Jon Snow.
Yeah, Jon Snow. I mean, he's a great character. He's a great character.
Mine's Braun. Not Braun. Braun.
Braun's pretty cool.
Braun's
He's
a
got
good
some great one-liners.
Yeah.
I wish Pad, what's his name?
Podrick.
Podrick. I wish Podrick had a bigger role. I mean, he goes north of the wall. Anyways, we're gonna
Okay,
get.
so
We're gonna get
what's
on
your
to
favorite scene with What's your favorite scene with Podrick?
where he gets the hammer for the first time. It's
No,
awesome.
No.
They
After the hammer,
they
though.
bought him the hookers,
Right.
and they gave the money back because his wiener was so good.
Right. When the greatest scene is when he brings the money back and they're asking, "What did you do? Sit down. You need a drink. And we need to know what you did."
That's
That's
the best
hilarious.
Yep.
Dead on this day, no longer breathing. 1948.
Hugh Hefner,
Hideki Tojo.
Nice.
General.
Tojo,
Midway.
Asian.
Come on. Yeah. Well, yes.
Killed,
Midway
fought
General.
against Hun, Attila the Hun.
Japanese prime minister during World War II.
Oh, okay.
They hanged him for war crimes
Nice.
afterwards.
That sucks.
And this is a good one. You'll like Richard. You'll like this one.
I'm going to say right now, court categorically, I will not like it.
I bet you do. Dead on this day, no longer breathing.
Stalin.
2013, close.
My mother?
Mikhail Kalishnikov,
Oh, really? The dancer.
Russian general and inventor of the AK-47.
What was the name?
Kalishnikov.
That's Baryshnikov.
Baryshnikov. Hey, I was close. I had a Russian.
So you were okay with Baryshnikov, the ballet dancer?
That ballet dancer. Absolutely.
Okay.
He's fabulous.
No, this guy invented the AK-47.
Good for
Nice.
him. Probably
I
the
like
most
it.
reliable gun ever made.
Literally.
Ever.
Literally.
The videos of those guns, the people, they have like the table out. And he has probably 30 boxes of ammo. And he sits there and he's just shooting and shooting. Next clip. Shooting to
Never
the.
jams.
Literally, the AK is on fire. It's burning. And he's just sitting there shooting it. And I'm like, fighting in Russia in the wintertime with a gun that catches on fire is like a double positive for you, right? Like you're staying warm and you're shooting down some Germans.
First time I ever shot an AK, me and, God, what was his name? I forget his name, but we were up in Quail Lake, and he pulls out his AK. I'm not kidding you. My first shot with an AK was over 600 yards, and I hit it on the dot.
Really?
Last time he told that story, it was 550 yards.
It was 500, actually. I added an extra 100.
Well, we all added a little extra. We're talking about length, right?
Okay,
Couple-
in
yeah.
all truth, it was a 500-yard shot.
Nice.
And I nailed it, and I fell in love with it. And I should have bought 30 of them right then. They were $79 at not Big Five, but little gun store down on Tustin.
Marine Corps,
$75.
we have to qualify at 500 yards with the M16.
I could have done it in one shot. Now M16 a little different.
Pretty nice gun.
It is. It's good,
Pretty good gun.
good straight back and not a lot of up. It's
You
not-
take your AK.
It's
I'll
what
take
I've
my
always learned.
M16.
I've always learned or heard, because I don't have experience with either. I've heard that the M16 is like the Ferrari of personal machine guns, right? It's very straight, very narrow, very high tech weapon, very sophisticated, but it jams like a Ferrari, right? You can only get to drive it a couple times. You got to take it to the shop.
Yep.
But you got an AK-47. That thing's like a tractor. That's like a John Deere. That thing take it through the mud, through the river, and everything. It just keeps
Pick
on.
it up
It's
and keep
not
going.
accurate, but you can just shoot 100 rounds at it and it's up there,
The thing about the AK is when you shoot it, it literally goes straight back into your shoulder. There's
Right, the way that it works. Yeah.
It's just straight
Yeah.
back. So I mean, I'd be willing to say at 100 yards, I could put a 12-inch circle.
Really?
I think so. It's such a.
I was so
beautiful
good with my M16 when I came out of combat school. About 100 yards,
gun.
I could
M16's different.
pick an eye.
Yeah, sure.
Left
Yeah,
eye
yeah.
or right eye, which one you want.
Yeah.
Did
I don't
you
trust
ever fire
Wand
an
as
M1?
much.
No.
Yeah,
You should.
I give Juan an M16. I wouldn't trust him.
Did you ever shoot an M1?
M1
no.
Garand.
M1 is a bitchin' rifle.
Is that what I have? No, that's a Japanese.
That's
rifle.
what's his name has.
Ethan.
Ethan has one. He has an
Garand.
M1 Garand.
Guy ran.
He always says that. This is my M1 Garand.
Hey guys, can you drink something and make me not feel?
I am. I'm gonna. Are we done?
I'm drinking. Yeah,
Are we
we're
done here?
That's it.
Okay,
See,
we're
I
gonna.
tightened it up.
I'm gonna pause
good.
this real
Those
quick.
are all good.
I'm gonna pause because my dad's camera went out. We're gonna see if it gets back on, but we're gonna
right.
just do a test.
I'll back up. I'll
No.
back up and we go into it.
So we, go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you're saying off.
I don't
pause.
know that I can, and nobody knows kind of what we're talking about. We're going this name.
So back up real quick.
Trump.
Say, go where we started.
We're talking about Trump, and I made a little joke about when Trump Trump starts this new campaign. He's going to do it at the Mustang Ranch in Las Vegas.
There's the Bunny Ranch.
Just to prove his. Well, there's the Bunny Ranch too.
Okay.
Not that I'm familiar with it.
There's also a chicken ranch.
It's way nicer at the Bunny Ranch.
My friend told me there's a chicken ranch too.
I don't know. I haven't heard of the chicken ranch, the Bunny Ranch, and the Mustang. There it is. Just to prove his women. That was the thing. But
Yeah.
Trump for 2024. Again, I agree with his policies. I don't like his tweets. Okay, but the one reason everybody likes him is he's not a Bush. He doesn't stand there and get
So
punched, he fights back.
He
We
does
like that
good
to an
things, but
extent.
he the way that he goes about it is wrong. And I think we're probably on the same page because you always raised me to be a good man and have good morals. And if you're going to win something, do it in the proper way.
Right.
And the leader of the free world needs to be the dad of the free world.
Absolutely.
No, he was a dysfunctional father of the free world. You know what I mean?
That is a
Exactly.
great
Right.
way
But he
to
got the
put it.
job
Shitty-
done.
He
Got
got
the
the
job done.
He made a lot. He was Don Draper. He was Don Draper. He made a lot of money, did a lot of good stuff, but he's a terrible father.
He's a terrible Well, and again, his policies, I agree with 99.9999% of them. Okay, the tariffs, I love them. Okay,
Yeah.
and they affect
So much Biden kept them in place.
Well, exactly. Let's not even get there. I'd say that's a great way to go, but I can't. I don't know that. Again, I don't want to say can't. I want to say I will have to seriously think about to think who's on the ticket.
Yeah.
Okay.
If DeSantis is on, I'm not
who's
voting for
running.
Trump.
Well, if it's a Trump DeSantis,
No.
I would have to hold on. I would have to, but to the real point is this: my hesitation is what he did to Pence.
Get in that mic a little bit more, Dad. There you go.
And what he did to Pence pissed me off so bad because there's
sure.
literally nothing. And again, I'm a very strict constitutionalist, and I'm not saying I have it memorized. Okay, don't get me wrong, but
Pence's arms were tied.
From what I've heard from smarter people than me
Right.
is Pence had no choice.
Yeah.
Of course. No, he didn't. There was
and the fact that Trump couldn't process that,
Right.
and what he did to him and what he said to him about it, that pissed me off so much that I would have a hard time voting for him again. It would really depend on the ticket.
Yeah.
But
I
if,
mean,
if DeSantis
and you know-
is running and he's running alone,
You're
away
talking
from
about
Trump,
the
I'm
primary.
voting for
You're talking about the primaries.
Right, because that's gonna screw up
The national election, obviously.
Yeah, for sure, because you want to vote for
and that's
Republican.
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
See, Trump's never going to announce. He's going to wait to see who comes
Right.
in the
He's going to
race.
size up his thing.
He's going to size it up. And if DeSantis comes in and he's running, Trump will not run. I'll say it right here on your program, Richard.
I
H. is
agree with that.
saying Trump will not
I might
run
agree
if
with that.
DeSantis is in the race because Trump won't have a chance.
Do you?
But he will throw his vote in for DeSantis.
I heard a bunch of people are saying he'd make a great Speaker of the House. He'd make a great Speaker of the House.
Absolutely, Trump would make a great Speaker of the House.
As far as Trump's tweets, we
You
talked
like
about,
him. You like
I
him.
don't care
Well,
about
hear
him
me out.
really,
Hear me out.
but
I
come
kind of
on.
like him. I think
Yeah,
they're funny.
right.
What I don't like about him is it turns so many people off. I don't
And
give
that's
a fuck
because they're
personally.
pussies.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
give a
I'm
fuck
sorry.
personally.
You know what? If those people were in school,
No, it's not 'cause they're pussies.
It is because if they were in the schoolyard and somebody talked to them that way, they'd want to fight. Okay, because Trump does it now. Oh well, because they're on the fence. Those are on the fence people. Well, I kind of like him, but he hurt my feelings.
I
Guess
think-
what? Hurt my feelings right now.
It's not. No, it's. I don't think. I think the liberals who are never going to appreciate him, that's them. They go, it hurts my feelings. I need a safe space. Blah blah blah. Someone like me who's conservative and loves the policies that Trump did, I am much in the space of, like I just said, I don't like those tweets and stuff because that's not what a president should do, in my opinion.
Did I ever tell you what happened with my buddy who owns a granite company?
Sure.
He got called in front of the Commerce Committee. I don't want to give his name out, but he's a mucky muck in business. And when Trump started the tariffs, he had to shut down one of his factories in China. And nobody questioned him. Nobody said, "Hey, here's what the questions we're gonna ask you,
Right.
and what are your responses to it?" They just invited him, assuming what happens when one assumes that he would have a negative response to the tariffs because it hit him so deep.
You said the finance committee called him.
No, the Commerce
Committee. Like, are you talking federal or state?
Congress. He went in front
Okay,
of
so
Congress.
federal.
Federal.
I know, like California has
Right.
their
No,
own.
this is in D.C. And so they're saying, well, how do you feel about this? Is this affecting you deeply? And he's like, well, no, of course it affected me deeply, but I love it. Keep going, President Trump. And they're all, thank you very much.
They're like, you're no, he has time. Well, actually, he doesn't have time. He can only answer questions. I've been watching a lot of Senate
C-SPAN.
testimony stuff. Yeah, C-SPAN stuff. And like the way
Best
that like
channel ever.
politics work are
Answer
so
the
interesting.
question. Just answer the question.
That is what I hate so much. You get these. Oh, they did a lot of the federal judge confirmation hearings and stuff.
Yeah.
And Cruz is sitting there and asking you a yes and no question.
And you can't.
I love Ted Cruz.
I love, you know
Ted
what?
Cruz,
He'll never
Kennedy,
be president.
he won't. He
but
won't.
like a good Speaker of the House.
Oh man, or
Everybody
Senate
wants to
majority-
hate on
Senate
him for
majority
going.
leader.
Senate majority. excuse me,
Everybody wants to
Senate
hate
majority.
on him for going to
Oh,
Cancun.
no.
I would have gone to Cancun.
Cancun, absolutely.
Okay, and let's just put it
15
this way.
below here.
I don't know. I don't know if it's Cruz who wanted to do that because that's how it all broke out from his wife, right? His wife was trying to put together.
If Mama's
a party.
happy, everybody's
exactly.
happy, and I'm following the
If
happy.
I'm a senator and my wife's like, all right, we're getting the hell out of here. I'm like, okay, whatever. Let's get out of here.
Here we go. I'm following the happy.
Wow.
I'm following the happy.
Wow. Okay, we're wasting time. Let's go straight to the let's
Channel
go to headlines.
69 News.
Let's go to headlines. Welcome to Channel 69 News. I am your host. My camera just went out again, but that's okay. Oh, all the cameras go now, man.
And we're back with Johnny Cash.
We're going to start this over. I'm going to hit it again. Welcome to another edition of Channel 69 News. I'm your host and anchor, Carter Ash. We had a pretty busy week, but I didn't put a lot of information because we're cutting things down over here.
We're
So
slimming them.
I've got 4 stories today, but they're a lot more in depth. We're not just going to touch on some stuff and just go. We're gonna talk about it and see how you guys feel about it.
I love the way Carter just looks at you.
Russia has started to cut gas from a pipeline in Europe that leads to Germany, leading to the coldest months of the year. Have you guys heard about this?
How surprising.
I knew it was going to come.
We talked about it before
we
too,
did.
I
right?
knew it was going to come, but
So
already?
on average, Russia supplies Europe, in this case Germany, with about 27 million cubic meters of gas through this pipeline. Okay,
For an old man, can you convert that to American?
no,
It's a lot.
not that I won't, but I can't. I don't want to sound like an idiot. It's 27 million cubic meters, and if you can't do that math in your head, you're the idiot.
And he's my smart one.
You guys. So last Friday through Saturday, only 4.7 million cubic meters.
Well, we accidentally turned off.
So on average, it's 27 million cubic meters of gas. Only 4.7 flowed through per day.
Did they say why?
No. The price of gas jumped 70% to $1,700 per 1,000 cubic meters. Okay, so times that to a million, and that's a lot of money. It's funny how they use meters, but then they use U.S. dollars for how much the gas costs.
That's because the dollar rules the world
Well, not for long, but
forever.
it's crazy. So tinfoil hat time. I've got two options for you guys.
Okay.
This could be to either promote the new Nord Stream 2 pipeline, right? That is supposed to go in place right when Biden got in there. He gave the permission to let all these countries start doing the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. So this could be a ploy by Russia to basically be like, look, you need more pipelines. You know what I mean? Because in a week, they're going to forget that they were getting 27 million and they're now getting 4.7 million a day. You know what I mean? So that's one. Second could be, this could be a signal to Europe, hey, want to go to war over Ukraine? Well, how about no gas?
I'm going to go with number 2.
It's you know what?
I'm going
It's
with
the
how
same
fast,
issue.
How fast, though, could we give them?
No, very slowly. Because we would have to transfer it by boat or transfer it by caravan from the Middle East. And we'd have to go up through essentially where the war is.
No. We would subsidize them first until we could get it over there. Me and you would pay that, and then it would get over there. So they would subsidize them first, and then they get it. So you're right; it's going to take a while to get there.
Right.
But we're going to subsidize them first to make us look good.
Right,
Then
right,
we're going
right.
to give it to them.
So that's what even Trump said that when he got in.
Oh, absolutely.
He got in and he said, we're spending hundreds of billions of NATO
Yeah.
to protect all these countries from NATO. And here is Germany
Literally
sending
don't wanna
them
get
billions of
vendetta with
dollars.
Right.
Like,
you're literally paying.
you're paying
They're
the
paying
people
more
that-
money to our enemies, or not necessarily.
to their enemies. To
Right,
their
They're not
enemies.
Russia ain't going to touch America.
no.
Maybe Alaska, but
Yeah.
Take now.
Actually, we got
We'll give 'em
Alaska.
California.
We
I'll
got
fight for
Alaska from Russia.
Yeah.
During Russia was in a civil war, and then
They needed money.
we bought it from them, and then once they got their power back, they're like, nah, it's okay. But that's crazy, right? So, I mean, you've got all this hot stuff going on in Ukraine, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, let's just turn the faucet down a little bit and see how
yeah,
y'all
that
like
works.
it. December,
They go to war-
January,
they-
February, March, April in the Northern
they
Hemisphere.
go to war in Ukraine, they're going to just turn that thing completely
That's what I'm
off.
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm like.
I'll just say this.
but it could be just a signal.
Always KGB.
Everything is, Putin, right?
Yep.
There's a difference between I think they're going to starve him out, and I think that this is more of a message to stay out of it. This is more of a message like back up. This is a warning. This is showing you what your life is going to look like if you do the wrong thing,
I saw a
which is
video.
crazy,
But
and we
here's
should
what's
bomb
crazy.
the fuck out of it.
But no. Forgive me. We should not do anything. Europe needs to learn how to defend themselves.
Right.
Because when I become
Well, you're gonna
emperor-
have one big Russia over there if you let that happen during the first
Well,
hot war.
and we won't let France lead the way.
France has the strongest army in all of Europe. So if you're not going to
Do
let
they really?
France run,
I would say I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm saying I think England. England's actually fought some wars, man.
There you go.
France has the strongest military in all of the European Union. They run the house when it terms of
they have the largest.
yes, exactly.
But they do not have the best.
Sure, but, okay, but none of those countries over there are really actively fighting. You
All
know,
you have is France, England, and Germany. Those are the only three armies worth shit. Okay, and France has the largest.
Yeah.
Okay, but I know because I talked to a guy who was there
In France?
No, this is in Afghanistan.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and the French are still the fucking French.
Right,
Excuse my
sure.
French. Okay. Okay, they're in a tight situation, and they have two French commandos there.
yeah,
One turns and runs, and the other Frenchman shoots him.
dang.
Okay, now that is I can't prove
That's
that.
an
I'm
anecdotal
sorry.
story, is what that is, right? It's
No,
a hearsay from your friend, right?
Exactly.
It's,
I'm sorry.
So,
that I
right,
put it. It's, a,
anecdotal.
it's a hearsay from my
Right.
friend
Yeah.
that one of the French left, and the Frenchman shot him.
That's crazy.
I would say England would wear France out in a war for two reasons. England has been fighting wars with us for 200 years.
Sure, we're buddies now. Yeah.
I mean, where United States goes, England goes. Where England goes, except for the Falkland Islands, United States goes. Yeah, we kind of left them alone on the Falkland
Left
Islands.
y'all hanging there.
Just a
But
little
it-
bit.
but it was
But if
Argent-
they couldn't take the Falcons, then why the fuck did they?
But it
need
was
us?
true.
It was Argentina. Like you got this. You're fine.
That was our chance, right?
Yeah.
That was our
Well,
chance to take
yeah.
Argentina.
But
Well-
two,
Don't cry for
England gets. There's like 2 or 3 countries in the world that gets our first
our first,
A-grade
yeah, it's Israel, yeah,
and
right,
England gets
right, right.
everything the United States get. You don't think the United States would be shuffling? Oh, you're going to war with Russia? Here, let's shuffle this to you.
Just give me 20,000 Israeli troops. Give me 20,000.
Oh yeah,
That's all I want.
Israel will take them on, wear them out. Trust me.
Israel's
5,000.
never lost a war.
Yeah.
Israel's never lost a battle.
Really?
Yep.
Dude, they defeated the entire Arab world in 6 days.
Yeah, I know. That was before my time, right?
They took
That's 80s
they
or
took
what?
more territory
And
in that
gained
than
the
they did
territory.
when they came from
They
Egypt.
didn't.
in
Yeah,
biblical
they didn't
time.
even defend their
Because
territory.
they attacked
gained
them
the
first, right?
That's
They
right.
attacked
That's-
Israel, and then they're like,
attacked.
you know what? You guys lose land, right?
That's-
We're going to take
that's
some
a
of your
little bit of that
stuff.
Gaza Strip thing going
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
So like, hey, you lost us in a war.
I think that
Colonize.
I think us as Westerners, and especially as U.S. citizens, when all that stuff's going on in Gaza and Israel, we need to just shut up and let them do their
That's
thing.
right.
They've
Shut
been
up
doing
and
that for
let them do
thousands of
it.
years. I've seen stuff.
Israel's got it.
First off, they've got it.
Well, they've got it because we gave it
Yeah,
to them.
that is also true. I've seen stuff historians talk about. Okay, well, we as Americans today, and probably the whole entire world doesn't realize that, like, up until like 150 years ago, the Muslims in Gaza and the Jews in Israel got along pretty peacefully.
They were cool with each other.
It's and then after World War II, it's like, so I don't want to jump into that, but I watched this alternate.
And that's because the Arabs didn't get their say.
I think
Have
they
you
got.
ever seen Lawrence of Arabia?
I think both the Arabs and the Jews got kind of sideways, and I think Britain. I think Britain ran the negotiations on that, and it was more of, what does Britain want? at the moment?
Exactly.
Well, screw England. I'm off England now.
Yeah, colonizers.
Colonizers.
Damn.
Yeah, how many
colonizers.
times are you going to colonize this place? No, but I was listening to this
Jerusalem's been taken how many times in the last 1,000 years?
there was this alternative
2000.
history guy that I listened to, and so he was saying that as the U.S. starts leaving, this is kind of side note. This isn't about the Russia pipeline, but as the U.S. starts leaving the Middle East, you're going to see in the next 2, 3, 4 decades a country like France all of a sudden get a terrorist attack happen on their soil.
What do you mean all of a sudden?
No. Just like a big, like something's going to happen. And all of a sudden France is going to go, we're going to war with Iraq, or we're going to war with, Iran or something. And they're going to start being the harbors of protecting that oil, Anyways, next story.
I'd love to see the French stand up. It would be the first time.
Well, against Russia, let's not worry about the Middle East. Let's just let them just
French.
just leave it alone.
The French are the French.
I love their wine. I love their cognac. I love their champagne.
I like their fries.
I like their
love
shaving
their
techniques.
fries. Their shaving techniques are interesting.
Their kissing
They're
techniques.
kissing. I'm more of a fan of the Australian kissing.
You guys,
Hey, Richard,
Hold on.
Do you know what Australian kissing
no,
is?
I do not. What is Australian kissing?
it's like a French.
what is Australian?
It's like a French kiss.
Yeah.
but down under. You've never heard that? Oh man, but down under.
That's really funny.
I'm sorry.
From
Okay,
down
why
under.
is it funny? Because it's a little truth in it.
It's a little
right?
bit true, huh?
It's a little bit true.
A little bit of shrimp on the bobby, huh? Come on. All right, you guys.
That's your problem.
Kelly, I don't think my dad's going to get this one, but Kelly, I believe we're on the verge of knowing if the bugs are going to whack us or not. Okay?
I have seen Stormtrip Troopers more than you.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Your son didn't know who Johnny Rico was.
Okay.
the other day.
Johnny Rico's my fucking hero, dude.
Okay. Maybe you guys should have a podcast. Jeez, I'll leave then.
Did I not raise you proper? You've never seen Starship Troopers?
I
with
had
me?
never heard about it until I moved in
The
with Kelly.
bugs.
The bugs are going to whack
Bugs
us.
are gonna
Get
whack
the
us,
bugs.
Johnny.
All right. You guys,
Johnny, kill him.
the James Webb Telescope will launch on Christmas Day at 7:20 Eastern time.
SpaceX.
What is that?
No. Named after James Webb, he's a foundational astronomer of the 20th century. This telescope has taken over 2 decades to complete. Okay, they've been working on this telescope for 2 decades. It will replace the Hubble telescope and have a resolution that completely obliterates the power of the Hubble telescope.
Really?
Missing my T's and my H's today.
Where is this telescope?
Where is the telescope?
Where?
It's going to be in space.
Oh, it's going to be in space. Okay.
Space.
I'm sorry. Space. Space.
I knew that was coming.
In outer space, there's a
outer space.
telescope that's coming through called the James Webb Telescope.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. You're going to see some cool shit.
Okay, so you've
Oh, yeah,
heard
those
about this, right?
pictures are
Okay,
great.
so I'm going through. This is an infrared telescope, so it uses large gold honeycomb mirrors coupled together. There's 18 of them, okay? And they're going to capture infrared light, bounce it off a reflector, and then bounce it off that into a reflector and then into a sensor, okay?
Does a big Polaroid come out?
Yeah, and you got to shake it.
Hold on, guys. I just want you to know this is how Chase feels. You two are looking
Chance.
deep.
Chance.
Excuse me. Sorry, Chance.
So
I love your
unmemorable
mom.
that you don't even know.
I know what Chance feels like. Because you two are looking deeply into each other's
I'm
eyes
reading
and
my notes.
discussing
I'm not even
it.
looking at
Oh,
Kelly.
no.
I'm
You're
watching-
looking up and you look at him. You're not looking
I'm
at
watching
Chance.
him read his notes.
Yeah, I'm looking straight into my notes. I'm reading these things,
I just
okay?
want
Give
you to
your
know
dad-
what
give
a
your dad a
bromance
couple-
I'll give you some
really
love.
is.
I'll give you some love, Dad.
Oh,
okay, all right. Yeah, just forget him. So, Dad, by
Yes, sir.
peering into the past, we will be able to see our future. The James Webb will focus on the following tasks. First, galaxies. The first galaxies that ever formed after the Big Bang. Okay? So I don't think you guys realize how this you guys might how do you think this works? How do you think this telescope works?
I think Jesus dies for our sins. And
How-
God,
No, but
I
like
think there's a lot smarter people in this world that
Yeah.
did that, and I appreciate
what
them.
do you think you're going to see with this telescope?
the
Miraculous
formation or
things.
the birth of galaxies.
Okay, well,
and
I just
planets.
said that.
Well, like planets being born and stuff.
But not
Galaxies.
currently from the past.
Like
You got to remember, because
Like
if this
thir-
happened 20 million years ago,
Billion,
we're just
13.5
now,
billion.
We're able to see it.
13.5 billion.
So
So
it
it-
brings me to, here's what it comes to. What happens between verse 1 and verse 2 of the Bible, what you're talking about.
So, maybe why?
Because nobody knows. That's the theory. There's it's called the gap theory. And it's what happened between verse 1 and verse 2.
Okay.
And I think it's what he's talking about. You're going to see the birth of the
I've
galaxies.
seen
and
a
the
lot
universe.
of things lately about where evolution
Okay, I've seen on this podcast what you look at on the video, and it's not that.
You're not watching how galaxies are born,
not
Kelly
what I
Craft
do.
is what he's saying. He's calling you out.
It is calling me out. But I have seen things where creationists have
Which is
got,
what I am.
have got with evolutionists, and they're like, well,
Let's figure out where we
We
meet.
can merge these.
Right.
Because
No.
See, that's the problem.
that goes I'm exactly talking about what you just
No,
said.
no,
your
because a
gap theory.
creationist thinks that the world was created in 7 days.
Correct.
Right. An evolutionist thinks that the human came from an amoeba over billions of years.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase this.
Please.
Creationists, or whatever, Christians,
Non-closed-minded creationists and non-closed-minded evolutionists.
they go with they take the Big Bang theory,
Right.
and they can see, okay, well, this is where, like your gap theory, things can overlap.
Right,
a little
right,
bit.
sure.
That's what I was trying to say.
So this
And again, it's
It's a theory.
it's a good theory, and that's where these Christians are trying to be. They're trying to accommodate everybody around and say, "Wow, look how open-minded we are. It didn't happen." In
Yeah, they
7
better because
days."
this James Webb telescope is going to blow their shit out of the water if they don't figure out a
No,
way to explain it. So listen, let me
hold
go.
on,
Let me go
here's-
forward. Let me
here's
keep
what-
going on this
Okay, go
telescope
ahead.
thing
It's
because
pretty
I don't want to dive into spiritual shit. I want to talk about science and this telescope. We can talk about all that stuff.
Science
So
creation.
if you have the Big Bang, right, that comes from a point smaller than an atom, and all of a sudden the universe expands into this big bubble, collapses, and then starts pushing out.
Play along.
Okay, that's how that works, right?
Right.
That's how the math proves the Big Bang. Obviously, none of us were there.
The math proves that the Big Bang happened. It doesn't prove that the Earth was formed in the Big Bang.
No, it does. The math walks it all when Einstein and then Hawking took over and kept going with it. The math proves that the universe from what we observe, the universe expanding out, you take that data and you inverse it and you flip it in, right? And you say, okay, well, we go back in. That's what Hawking became famous for, right? The Big Bang theory. Actually, Hawking radiation. It's this underlining white noise that is in the background of when we look out into the universe.
The white noise is creation, is what's
Which is
always creating.
Which is this? It's in this infrared spectrum because the light is so old that the energy has died so much that it's at a wavelength that we can't see. So the James Webb telescope is going to be able to peer out into the universe billions of light years in the past and basically start collecting light data from 1 billion years ago, and then 2 billion years ago, and then 3 billion years ago, because it's out there. We just need to have a sensor that's strong enough that will sit there for long enough and grab it. And you're talking this thing is
What's it going to do, though? All it's going to do is this. It's not going to prove anything. All it's going to do is create more questions. That's all it's going to do.
I think it's going to answer a lot. So this is a massive telescope. This is 6.5 meters across, right? So times that by 3, Kelly. It's about
I'm a yards guy.
yeah.
I'm a yards guy, too. Thank you.
7 yards across. No, this is 6.5 meter telescope. Just the focal or the sensor reading, right? So it's got all these gold discs. The Hubble telescope is 2. So this is
Way bigger.
much bigger than the Hubble.
bigger,
If you
much
look
bigger.
at the diagrams between the Hubble telescope and the James Webb telescope, they look crazy.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Can they just point at that little thing on Mars they found?
Just wait.
Yeah, there you go. That'd
Just
be
wait.
cool,
That's
huh?
what I want to see.
Yeah.
Not only does it have these crazy honeycomb features,
Actually,
actually,
my penis.
you know what, guys? I'm just going to pull this up right here. Say James.
Have you ever just pulled up the Hubble telescope on the internet and just looked at some of the pictures?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
And so
Amazing.
this telescope is going. Not only will it be able to look in the past. Okay. So I'll go back.
It's going to make that look like a Polaroid.
It's going to be able to look at first galaxies by peering in this infrared data. It's going to be able to look at galaxy evolutions by peering into the past. We're also going to be able to see current galaxies being formed. We're going to be able to see the life cycle of a star, and then you have the creation of worlds. Right? We're going to be able to see all these things happening. Also, we're going to be able to point it at Mars
yeah.
and see a rock. You know, like the rover that's on Mars right now, the James Webb telescope is going to be able to peer and see basically just as well as the, Mars rover does. That's what it looks like. So I hit it up. It's not on the screen or anything, but so those are the honeycombs, the gold honeycombs that are going to collect the light. Below it are 5 tennis court size sheets of what's that stuff called? what's that gold foil blanket that they put on you?
Aluminum foil.
No, like when they rescue you.
Yeah, I know.
What I mean?
I know
Like,
what you're
keeps you
talking
warm.
about.
So there's 5 plates of that. There's 5 like sheets of that, and what that does is it blocks. It's always going to be facing the sun. So the sun's going to be blocked from there, and all the heat's going to get dispersed between those 5 sheets. Okay, tinfoil hat time.
Oh, here we go.
Thinking about this, this amazing feat of humanity and engineering, I am reminded that no. Hey,
He doesn't agree.
I'm talking about a telescope here. Don't be barking. I'm reminded that no nation on Earth has an official protocol for responding to extraterrestrial life. So there, not a single nation
That we know of.
that we know of, but you would think that if there was and it goes back to like, if there was a protocol and there were scientists should be involved in this, no scientists are being involved in whatever this protocol
So
is.
who built this? United States?
Yeah, the U.S. has been building it for 2 decades.
NASA.
or an individual
NASA.
company.
NASA. Yeah. NASA's been building it. What would happen if we discovered life on another planet?
I think that'd be cool as shit.
I
Could
think
you
it'd be
imagine?
Very cool.
That's going to be one of the primary objectives of this telescope. Is it's going to be able to peer into Alpha Centauri, which is the next closest galaxy, and we've already identified many of
The next Earth.
many of exoplanets that are out there that they're in the Goldilocks zone. They fit the model for it could have oxygen, it could have water, it could have all these foundational blocks of life. The James Webb is really going to have the potential to see that.
Would you
So
go to
I
another?
asked my dad about that one time. Okay, my dad's a rocket scientist. Okay, literally one of the smartest people on the face of the planet. And I said, "Do you believe in extra? Can there be, because he's a very conservative and Christian man. Do you believe there could be?" And he says, "Oh, absolutely, I think there could be." Do I think there is? I don't know. I mean, that's what he said. I don't know, but this is a guy that helped put the man on the moon, literally, and he's like, "Yeah, I think there could be." That kind of blew my mind, to be honest with you.
Well, it's the fact that it's so big, and we know it's so big, and we know that there's other planets out there, and so it's kind of, in my opinion, it's scary to think
They're
that
all bugs. It's not real people. It's bugs.
no, obviously they're not going to look like humans. The
Well, why
scariest thing is if they look like humans.
Clendathu?
But why wouldn't they look like humans? If, again, from my point of view,
Okay.
if God created man in the image of God,
Right, sure.
and it worked
Right.
for him at that point in time, what's he going to change? Because first he made angels, right? And then, but he didn't necessarily make angels in his image. He made man in his image. So why wouldn't other people be somewhat in his image, in the image of man?
That's from your life foundational. From me, I would say, I said that these exoplanets have the building blocks of life.
Can I drink moonshine since we're talking about space?
Yeah, of course you can. Of course you
Just want
can.
to make sure it was okay.
We're talking about a planet that has the building blocks of life. We're not saying that it's Earth. The only reason humans look and act the way we do from someone who believes in an evolutionary standpoint is because Earth is in this exact position. Our sun is this exact size. We have this gravity. We have this kind of water. The dinosaurs went extinct, and that turned into different animals, and then those animals went extinct, and then humans hit on the scene. Right? If you have a planet that has the foundational blocks of life, all that means is it has the correct amount of elements to create and sustain life. It doesn't mean it has the same gravity. Doesn't mean it has the same atmosphere. Doesn't mean it has the same typography.
Well, those people have to be able to exist in that atmosphere.
Exactly.
Right?
So that's why you have
if the
bugs.
Earth was 3 feet to the left, we would all be dead. We'd be too cold.
Right.
If we were 3 feet to the right, we'd be dead.
I think it's a little bit different from
vice versa.
But yeah.
excuse
But
me.
You know why I don't believe in aliens?
Why?
As much as I really, really
Yeah,
want
I've met
to.
your ex-wife. I believe in aliens.
She listens. She just hung.
I'm kidding. I
She
love
just
you,
turned
Karen.
this off.
Yeah, yeah. She
I'm
just hit
kidding.
pause.
I'm
Anyways.
sorry. That was just an ex-wife joke.
Yeah, I got you.
apologize.
Jokes.
They would have found us by now. There's no way we can be
Okay.
the.
But
most
they
of-
have.
So that's
I'm
They have
just
found
saying.
us.
I'm not disagreeing with
why.
you. I
Okay,
think-
question for both of you: why do we go and explore other planets?
Because we
Why
know,
would-
we know we're going to destroy our Earth
I
someday.
Okay,
think it's
but-
in man's DNA.
Okay,
to
to
go
explore.
So that's
Same reason they got on ships and went to America.
That's
in
a
South America.
That's like a conscious thing. Okay, I can see that and agree with that. Like we have this manifest destiny. We need to go out. And do that.
White people need to colonize.
I know white people need
White
something to
people
colonize.
Need to colonize.
But I can agree that if we think we're the first life form to form in this universe, I would say our duty is to go and colonize other Earths and expand
That's
life.
interesting. That's interesting.
So
if we think we're the first.
Exactly. So there's the
I like that.
there's the
Maybe we are.
exactly. So there's this thing called the grabby.
But we're not.
A grabby civilization.
A what?
A grabby civilization.
Okay, what's that?
And that essentially means that your civilization, one of the real reasons we would become motivated to go to a different planet and start exploring is resources. We want gold. We want energy. We want fuel. We want these different.
We're inherently horny, and we want to see what we can get out there.
I want to see what that alien pussy feels like.
I've been sitting here for 15 minutes.
That exact
Hold
same
on.
thing.
Hold on. I've been sitting here for 15 minutes waiting to be like,
James
how
Kirk,
long,
man. James
how
Kirk.
long till we discover life? And then the clock starts about how long till somebody fucks it?
How long till a
go.
Marine
Hey,
fucks
A
it?
Marine fucks it.
Captain James T. Kirk, baby. He's already done it.
They're going to send Marines first, and they're horny little bastards.
Little
Those are the
bastards.
nastiest little creatures in this universe.
We
I
are.
tell you, a Marine is a nasty little creature. Shout out Juan.
Shot out one.
Okay, so, but I'm super excited. So this telescope is launching on Christmas Day at 7.
cool.
7, and I was
Is it going to be a live NASA thing?
yeah,
where
we'll be able to
watch?
watch. We will watch it on Christmas
So
Day.
hold on, we're going to watch it launch.
Yes,
Literally
launch.
Okay, cool.
And so it's actually going to take about a month to unfold this. This whole thing
Hold on. How far out are we sending it?
far. It's going to
I
go.
mean, if it's only going to take a month, it's not very far.
No, it's only going to take about 8 minutes to get there. It's going to take a month to unfold. So it leaves its capsule, and actually all those hexagons or all those honeycombs and the whole the tennis court blanket, those are actually all folded
It
up.
takes longer than a month to get to Mars.
No, we're not going to Mars. I'm saying we're just going like far. We're not going to low Earth orbit is what that's called. We're going past low Earth orbit. We're
Right.
in space. We're going to be past all the satellites. All
Are we
the
going to be
junk.
past the moon?
No. We're going to
Why
be.
not?
I don't know.
It only takes
I'm
60
not a-
hours to get to the moon.
I didn't do enough research. I'm sorry, Dad. No, I don't know.
Smarter people know what
Maybe
they're doing.
data transfer stuff. How long it takes
there
to.
you go.
I don't
There you
know.
go.
I don't
That's
know.
smart.
What's gonna be.
No, that's smart.
But it's going to take like a month to actually unfold and stuff. I'm super excited. I've been excited
yeah.
about this forever. I
love space.
I love space.
Yeah.
I've been coercing all my people on my team. So one of my coworkers was working on a new revision for a space camp that we did, and I was like, here's this new telescope. Like, if you don't include this, like, we're not teaching about current events. Like, if we're still teaching about the Hubble telescope in our classes, we need to be teaching about this.
Generational gap. That's all I'll say.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, we need to be current. We need to be up in the new. We can teach about Hubble now, and we can say, okay, well, there was the Hubble, but now we need to say there's this James Webb thing out there, and super cool. I literally am so excited.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what happens. Kelly, sorry, Dad.
No.
I know Texas is the
apologize.
best state in the union.
It is.
But this week we have an honorary best state. Can you guess it?
Tennessee.
Let me guess. Hold on.
You have
Well,
5
outside
seconds.
of Florida?
5 seconds. 5,
Not Florida?
4, 3,
Tennessee.
2,
Oklahoma.
1. West Virginia.
yeah.
Mountain Mama, take me home. Why?
Joe Manchin.
Because West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin has
Amen,
said that
brother.
he is not going to vote for Joe Biden's B3 bill. This
I can
means,
almost say I love Joe Manchin. Almost. I can't quite get there, but
This
I'm with
means
ya.
that
I'm
the
with ya.
Democrats
I'll finger 'em.
in the Senate will not have the votes necessary to pass the B3 bill. I have heard reports, and Joe Manchin has also made mention that there might be upwards of 5 other Democrats in the Senate that will not be voting for this bill. They just have not publicly said so.
one
Joe
word. I love Joe Manchin.
Manchin, that was
Cinema?
I love
How's
Joe
cinema
Manchin.
doing?
That was 4 words.
That's one word.
One phrase.
I love a naked Joe Manchin.
Hold on.
That? I
Okay.
love.
That goes back to the first time I ever turned on Sirius Radio.
Oh, God,
The
here we
very
go.
first time. And I'm used to public radio, right?
I got you.
So the very first time I'm in my truck and I've got my little antenna set up, I got my little thing set up, and the first thing I have is Outlaw Country on, and it's the old wrestler guy. I forget his name, but he says, "Boy, I got one word for you. Johnny fucking Cash." I'm like, "No, that ain't one word."
That's funny.
One
So-
word. I love Joe Manchin.
Manchin has informally announced his opinion on Fox News on December 19th. That's when this interview originally came down. And within minutes, the Dems had a fit.
Oh, they
AOC,
Shit themselves.
Omar, even Psaki, and the rest
Please
of the
don't
game
cuss on the radio, please.
and the rest of the game were quick to hop on their favorite propaganda channels to condemn the hateful actions of Joe Manchin.
Hateful.
Hateful actions. I'm actually pretty surprised that Sesame Street didn't get on board with this so
the
quickly.
funniest
let's
thing
not
I
go
heard about
down
this?
Sesame Street.
Joe Manchin is single-handedly saving Joe Biden, and Joe Biden doesn't know
He
it.
doesn't
He
even
doesn't
know
know it.
Right,
He
yeah,
has
he
no
doesn't
idea.
know. Right. Yeah. Well, That's an irreversible
Okay, name.
thing.
No, go on, because you said it. Okay, because you said it. Name one thing that President Joe does know.
That he does know.
No, that he does know. Name one thing he does know.
That you need to get
and
your
that
vaccine.
time doesn't count.
That you need to get
He
your
knows.
vaccine.
He knows that he bought 500 billion pills. Yeah, 500 million pills.
He knows his son's not that. He knows his son's not that great of a painter.
Okay, you got me there.
Okay. In my opinion, Joe Biden could have passed major legislation for a legitimate infrastructure bill that had fixed our roads, cleaned our cities, and brought the United States into a new age. But he let the kids drive the car this time and let them fill that bill with a bunch of Marxist bullshit. So Joe Manchin, West Virginia is the greatest state of the union.
That is one of the
Virginia,
reddest
Mama.
states in the country.
I know.
And
People don't realize it.
senator from a Democratic senator.
It's because it's so close to Virginia, so close to D.C.
Unfortunately, West Virginia is the lowest school rating in the
Yeah,
country.
right after
But
Kentucky.
No, Tennessee is number two.
Yeah, then Tennessee
is above.
and that's
Tennessee.
unfortunate because a lot of people, in my opinion, you've got Mitch McConnell is I hate Mitch McConnell.
I hate Mitch McConnell.
You guys,
Hey,
you
Mitch,
guys don't like
if
Mitch
you're
McConnell.
listening, Mitch, just if you're listening, Mitch, and I really pray someday that
I'm gonna say he's not
you would
listening.
listen to this.
If he is, we've made it.
But, okay, but maybe one of his helpers is, Santa has maybe pull your head out of your
Okay,
ass.
you guys don't like him maybe because of all the January 6th condemnation stuff that he's come out with. I hate him because he's been in the Senate before I was born.
and he's never done fucking
And
anything.
Kentucky is still the worst state in the
Worst state
union.
in the union, literally.
Well, number 3. You know what I mean? They and I've said this before. They're on the third last or last position on every single marker of what defines your state.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy that he's
he needs to drink more bourbon.
bourbon. He more Kentucky
He looks
bourbon.
like a turtle too.
All right,
He's a
guys.
turtle.
Here's my
He's a
last
turtle's tail.
Here's my last story, and then we'll wrap it up. Let the shadow banning begin. I've recently stepped out online and started to simply point out reality when the rest
Shadow band.
when the rest of the establishment lies online. So last week at a Turning Point USA event, Fox News host Jesse Waters, formerly known for Waters World, had given the crowd advice on how to approach on a public individual like an investigative journalist like James O'Keefe. And I don't want to say too much. I just want to show you guys. So we're going to go to our...
Let's see it.
oh, that's not the right one. We're going to go to our first video.
I hope it's not your mom.
Okay.
Kelly's going, I hope it is.
I hate Jen Psaki.
This is not
Jen
it.
Psaki. She's not even a woman that makes me horny.
Carter,
I look at that face.
Wait, hold on. As a redhead, she's kind of cute.
No.
Carter and I were talking earlier. before
Every
we got
time she
here.
opens her mouth,
All right.
I just go inward.
Whoa. Jeez. Inward, he says. Okay, so I didn't want to explain everything that happened.
That wasn't inward. That was inward.
No, like your dick goes in.
Inward,
It's like the
yes.
reverse.
I see her. It goes reverse. It hits
Okay,
my belly button.
So I didn't say a whole lot about this, but I wanted to show you guys.
Now Fauci, he kind of,
Fauci's cute.
that
Okay.
nose.
All right, Dad,
Buried at mine.
let's play this.
On the subject of divisiveness, Dr. Fauci, I'm not going to play it because, frankly, I think it's dangerous.
Dangerous.
But Jesse Waters, who was a Fox News entertainer, was
communist.
giving a speech to a conservative group where he talked about you and suggested to the crowd that they ambush you with what he said was some kind of rhetorical kill shot. That was his exact word. I'm wondering, how much that concerns you when you hear language like that
Not
about
at
you
all.
and your well-being.
Well, John, that's horrible. I mean, that
Carter
just is
just
such
gave
a
him the finger.
reflection of the craziness that goes on in society. The only thing that I have ever done
See, it proves
throughout
he's
these
a puppet.
2
His
years
lips aren't
Hold on,
moving.
hold
is to encourage people to practice good public health practices. For that, you have some guy out there saying that people should be giving me a kill shot to ambush me. I mean, what kind of craziness is there in society these days?
Hold on.
Out of your
That's
ass.
awful that he said that.
Come
and he's
on.
going to go very likely unaccountable.
How did I miss this?
I mean, whatever network he's on is not going to do anything.
Like you don't
I mean,
know what
that's crazy.
network
The guy should be
Exactly.
on the spot.
Okay, hold on.
It's a network that calls you a fucking
Hold
asshole.
Hold on. You don't know. You're just being biased. CNN
I'm
just
a
did
biased person.
CNN just did some reliable journalism there, right? They just spoke with the head of the NIH, right? A respectable man, and they
No. Just because
shut
he's the
up,
head
shut
of it
up. I'm
doesn't
doing
mean
this
he's
is my channel.
respectable.
This is my channel.
You're right.
They just did some good journalism, and they brought up a very hateful thing that someone from the conservative news said about Dr. Fauci, right? That's terrible. You say, so if anyone's saying they need to ambush Dr. Fauci and give him a kill shot, that's terrible, right?
Yes.
No.
Right? Come
No.
on. Okay.
I'm going to say no.
This is why I'm looking at Kelly.
Because, again, you got to keep it in context.
Okay, listen.
That's where he's going.
I'm doing a bit
Okay,
here. I'm
sorry.
doing a bit here.
I'm sorry. Thank you for the bit.
I got you.
I'm going to
I
shut
got
up
you.
now.
This guy has one shot of moonshine and can't even understand. Okay, so
Hey, we're brought to you today by Tennessee Peach Moonshine. We're our sponsor for the week. Thank you very
here
much.
is actually what Jesse Waters said, Dad.
It's like James O'Keefe.
This is at a Turning Point USA.
I love
Now,
Turning
James
Point.
O'Keefe goes to people's homes and sticks mics in their face and makes them ashamed of themselves because they screwed up. James O'Keefe makes people awkward, and that's what we want. I'm sick and tired of conservatives always playing defense. Right?
Amen. Amen. Amen.
It's time for us to go on offense.
Amen.
I'm going to deputize all you guys to be little James O'Keefes. Let's just say Fauci comes to town. All right? You got to ambush a guy like Fauci. Okay? This is how you do these ambushes, like O'Keefe. You got to be respectful because they'll turn the tables on you and you can't have it blow up in your face. So if you see Fauci out and about and you know he's coming to town, this is how you approach. Okay? First, you identify yourself. Do you mind, Dr. Fauci, if I ask you a few questions? Then you hit him with the first question. The first question can't be a yes or no question because his answer can just be yes or no. You have to elicit. It has to be a how or a why. So what you do with Anthony Fauci is you say, Dr. Fauci, why did you lie? Okay? Why did you lie? I love that question. Hit him with, why did you lie when you said that you didn't fund gain-of-function research at the Wuhan lab? You let him talk, and here's your follow-up. Now, there's a little trick of the trade. Keep a little document in your pocket.
Called the Constitution.
Hold on. Why did I do that? I can't find my mouse.
And I get the first comment afterwards.
You think Joe Rogan has these problems?
No, Joe Rogan does not have these problems. And it's one of the things while I'm walking on the treadmill at the gym.
It's so
and
annoying.
And I'm watching to your program, and it says, we're going to take a break to pee.
We got to pee.
No. Oh, Joe Rogan
still playing.
Definitely does not have these issues. I know Joe. Joe does not
All right,
have
we're having
these
some
issues.
major technical difficulties
Pause it.
at the moment. What we're going to do,
Pause and pee.
it doesn't matter because it's still playing. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I said I get the first comment.
Okay, you can have the first comment because that's all you guys heard it, right? You guys heard what's happening here, right?
Exactly. And this is what's the black congresswoman's name from like Compton or something?
Maxine Waters.
Maxine, thank you. Maxine
Kelly's favorite person.
I love the princess, Maxine Waters. If they're at a gas station, if they're at a restaurant, you need to get in their face. That's all he's saying is get in their face. That's all he's saying. So now you're CNN. Fox CNN is saying, "Oh, now all of a sudden, what Maxine Waters says isn't real." Yeah. Okay, because that's all he's saying is do what Maxine Waters said to do.
No. That's completely opposite of what Maxine Waters is telling you to be confrontational and actually abusive and maybe even
you're
aggressive.
Right. You're right in that point. We're doing it politely.
That's what I'm trying to point out here. That's what I'm trying to point out here. So don't confuse me. Come correct, okay? I'm saying that when Maxine Waters tells people to go on the streets and burn things down if the Chauvin trial does not go the way we want it.
Oh man, when I heard
and she gets she gets nothing, no flack for it on any news broadcast. And then
any of it.
Jesse Waters holds a convention teaching people how to properly interview a political official like like Fauci.
Yeah.
They're gonna obviously twist it to be
bad. CNN would never.
And it's just like
CNN is never.
That is the most obvious. Here, let me go back to my notes so I can continue on this. This is the most obvious thing that we live in two realities. People on CNN literally just reported all this stuff about kill shot, attack, ambush, all this stuff.
Maxine Waters.
No, it's not Maxine Waters. Completely dropped the context of the situation, right? That's two realities.
It is two realities, but it's the same thing. We're telling him to do it politely, professionally. We're because we're the good guys, and we're going to do it politely. Okay, Maxine Waters is telling you to do the same thing, but do it unpolitely. Okay,
There's
Get
also a
in their
difference
face, do
between a
whatever.
Fox News host saying it and an elected official saying it as
absolutely.
well. You know what I mean? That's like a
Absolutely,
whole
yes.
nother thing.
Whole nother
too, right?
level.
But you guys, I started this off with the shadow banning. So I started seeing. I had been following not following, but I saw this story and I kind of, I took note of it. I marked the URL. I've got
a dog barking.
Yeah, it's down this. We won't be able to hear it on the audio. I took note of it and then go to Reddit. First thing on the Reddit news, this and that is, people are they post this thing. Sorry, they post this thing and they're like, Jesse Waters says to ambush Dr. Fauci, and everyone in the comments section is like, this is terrorism, this is terrible, this is all this stuff. And I simply post, I said
Simply posted.
I said, this might be the most outright lie that CNN has posted in a minute, maybe to cover up the fact that their employees keep getting fired. They're trying to find something new to throw at Fox
Exactly.
News.
Who is that dude?
And so I posted the link to that video we just watched, and I posted a link to the full Turning Point USA convention. And I said, watch this first video. Watch it for
yourself.
Watch the 5-minute video.
Hold on. Those people don't know how to do any investigation on their own. All
they
they
just
know how to do is sit there and go, "Oh, you're feeding me everything I should say to everybody else."
And so they, all these comments. I don't even want to show you guys the comments
I
because
want
you
to
guys.
hear it. What is it?
No,
What
no,
do
no.
they say?
But it's just, you know what I mean. Like they're saying, like, "Oh, this is terrorism. This is terrible. All this stuff." And it's like,
Watch the video.
I'm like, watch the
Watch the
video,
video.
and it completely blows it out. I was getting downvoted on Reddit like fucking crazy. I
love it. Good.
I had
That
like
just means you're right.
I had like 300 downvotes, not a single comment. You know what I mean? Not a single person actually sat, because if someone was to sit there and watch that video, they wouldn't have anything to say.
Gotcha.
If not, yes, you're right. I just got straight downvoted. I was like, this is the most. And I saw it on Reddit, and then I saw it on Facebook, or not Facebook. I saw it on YouTube and Reddit, and I was like, this is crazy. Both the comment sections were all these people being like, this is terrible. I can't believe all this stuff. And so
I'll say it.
let the shadow banning happen.
Bring it on, left. Bring it on.
All right, we're going to pause real quick.
Okay, we gotta fix the TV.
Hello.
All right, we're going. We're back. We're live.
We're live.
We're live. All right.
We're having crazy.
We're having the
technical
TV is doing some crazy stuff. I don't know what's going on.
I brought the Tennessee Mojo with me.
I'm going to bring sponsor of the week and get this going, Kelly.
All right, let me know when you're ready. Don't open it yet.
I'm ready. Go ahead and
All
start
right.
your.
Tell me, Richard,
Yes, sir.
has this ever happened to you?
Probably several times.
That 3 p.m. hunger strike kicks in late at night. You need something to tie you over till the morning.
I'm not sure I want to hear this.
I'm married, so.
I'm not sure I want to hear this.
Do we have the perfect solution for you?
I'm sure you do. Can I have it, please?
Finger Marie.
Finger Marie.
I'm sure
Cookies.
my wife's not going to like me doing finger
They're
and
cookies.
Finger Marie cookies.
From the food innovators at Lou Foods. You can now. Here we go. Where's my drink?
I can.
Got a drink. Got a drink to do this.
You can now have as many Finger Marie cookies as you can handle.
Tennessee Moonshine.
Just like your own personal Sleep Number mattress, Carter. Everyone has a Finger Marie preference. I personally think that 2 fingers will get the job done.
Yeah. That'll hold me over. Sometimes when you're
But
feeling.
sometimes my girlfriend is really hungry and she can take 3 fingers. Marie's.
I'm not laughing at this. This is rude. This is crude.
But if you're going to do 3 fingers, just make sure your fingernails are trimmed because nobody likes getting crumbs under their fingernails after some good old Finger Marie's.
I'm not laughing.
Where do I come up with this stuff?
Where do you come up? Where do you
I don't
find
know.
this stuff? Every time.
The internet is amazing.
Finger Marie's, huh?
Finger Marines. I got to get me a 6-pack.
Those are thick fingers, by the way. I don't know.
That's pretty wide
Anyone
anyways.
taking a look? Those are pretty
What's
thick.
with the holes in the finger?
Look at there's our 3 fingers right there.
Those are 3 fingers.
Well, the holes
Hey,
hold the flavor.
spread, too.
The holes they hold the flavor in for you.
Hey, don't forget our slogan.
What's your slogan?
God, I love it. Kelly's laughing.
Lockertsbrod of Vita Kex. Leckersbrod Havaticus. It's right there on their thing.
Yeah, I got you.
I got you. Yeah.
Lockert.
Translation?
Don't want to say because we'll get kicked off the air.
Finger Marie. How many can you take? Also, not just for Marie anymore.
Also, not just Marie's fingers.
It's not Marie's fingers anymore.
Yes, there you go.
Does Marie? Just question for. I'm just wondering. Does Maria lick her fingers after she eats them though? I mean,
I don't know.
You know, I'm just wondering.
You raw dog them. You have to put any finishing sauce on those fingers.
Any finishing sauce on
What
this?
I like doing is I like taking 2 finger Maries.
Yeah, and dipping
and then
finishing sauce.
taking the third one and dipping it in chocolate. And then,
Wow.
so you have like 2 finger Maries?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this?
Third one, yeah.
You know what? You know what washes finger Marie's down really good?
What?
Tennessee Moonshine.
Oh, lost episode number 2.
There you go. Finger Marie. Hey, thank you, Finger Marie.
Thanks, Finger Marie's. Thank you so much.
love you,
Appreciate
Marie.
it.
Kelly, where can we get Finger Marie's at?
Probably some Swedish place or
www.gotosweden.com.
I don't know where.
Take the cruise. It's a good time.
Locker, Rocka, Vita.
Real quick,
It's Lockert, Sparta, Vector, Lockert.
That's sphincter.
Herky Dirk.
It basically translates to herky dirky turkey.
Hold on. I think you guys are missing that though. The white cream sauce on the right. How does that enter in with the
I
fingering
think
of
that's
Maria?
a shadow.
Well, if I finger Marie, does the cream sauce
The white
come
cream
out?
sauce. He's talking
Is
about
that a
cream
special
sauce.
order?
Yes. I don't know. It's in Danishers.
I actually, after they sent us a crate of Finger Marie's, I started passing them out to my friends last week.
So you
and
fingered all your friends.
I fingered myself.
Okay, first, before we fingered all your
I
friends.
let Madison finger herself too.
Wow.
We both finger Maried each other.
Wow.
And then I finger Maried her.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was really hungry.
Can I bring your mother in on this? No, maybe not.
That's too far, Dad. That's my
You
mom.
brought your wife into
That's
it,
my
so
mom.
Why not your mother?
Oh,
hey, if you only knew about your mother,
Finger Marie's. Your wife will love him. Your mom will love him. Your sister will love
your
him.
grandmother will love him.
Yeah, Grandma will love him.
Grandma Marie loves the finger.
She's the patriarch of the
Well,
family.
there we go. Thank you, Finger Marie.
Thanks,
Thank
Finger
you,
Marie.
Finger Marie.
Thanks, Finger Marie. Wow.
And I love the cream sauce on the right.
A little bit of cream sauce. Little bit of cream
Finishing
sauce.
sauce.
Time to relight the cigar.
Where are we going? Wild, Wild Web for our rock out. We got a great intro
Let's
for Wild,
go to
Wild
the
Web.
Wild Web. Let's do that. Let me make sure we got our Wild Web posted up. Bum, bum, bum.
Hell, I once killed a man
You
for
did?
asking me if I'd ever killed anyone.
And that was in Fort Worth, Texas.
Every time this comes out, I ride a horse for some reason. Like
I
on
shoot guns.
Yellowstone.
If you listen, they're shooting in the background.
Now, your boys best keep riding, you hear?
Carter made this a trend.
I know. I like it. Did you watch the 1889 episode after? The most watched event or a new episode in the history of like everything.
I tried to get him.
You guys.
1883.
So last week we did Hold My Feeding Tube.
Yes. What's
See, I
this?
missed. I haven't watched last week's.
Okay, so last week we went on a sub.
spoil it.
We've been doing I've been doing these subreddits, right? These like channels on Reddit,
Right.
For my Wild Web, and I just go to the page and we just scroll and look at them. So last week we did Hold My Feeding Tube, which are just videos of people getting
Wrecked.
Okay,
wrecked.
I need to drink some more moonshine to watch this.
wrecked. I mean, people
Hold my feeding tube.
hold my feeding tube like to the point where you're-
Self-explanatory.
So this is called Hold My Cosmo. This is similar to Hold My Feeding Tube, but it's only girls.
Hey, bitch, hold my Cosmo. I'm.
All right. So let me see. It might be zoomed in a little too much. No. Okay, so this one's Hold My Cosmo while doing something with spare time.
And my toes.
They're doing some yoga thing, man. It's for TikTok, bro. Come on.
You know, that exact same thing happened with me and your mother the other night.
Oh, my God.
I saw the video.
All right,
that
Kelly, you'll
exact
like this
same
one.
thing happened with me and your mother
Boop.
the other night.
You missed the beginning part.
Oh, shit.
Look at that.
Replay it.
Oh, we'll replay it. Hi.
Boom.
And
Bam. Bam.
Bam.
it's all in Russian, too.
I love
Oh, look, gonna hang out with the bros. Dude,
Is that mud wrestling?
every time I watch one of those videos of people going down a hill on a bike, I'm like, this is
Never
not going to
ends-
end well.
it's
And then there's
never.
the ramp. When you see the ramp, you're like, nope, definitely not going to go well.
Never ends well.
We used to do that at camp. You got about 100 yards out and you came down
Hold
the hill.
my
you did that.
Cosmo
Oh,
before my stomach gets pumped. You guys missed it, so they just filled that with water from the tap. And so she thinks she's taking a shot. She's like, woo! Girls are so stupid, dude.
Hey,
Hold my
now, I did
Cosmo
not
while I
say
take
that.
a dip in a public fountain.
In Russia.
She's like, oh, this is fucking cold. Oh,
she's
she was
gonna skin
fall.
her knee on that.
She was gonna fall. Hold my Cosmo while I assist.
Holy cow!
Wow,
That
she
was
slammed
impressive.
that thing.
He's just like,
I'm a loser. I'm not getting laid tonight. Hold my Cosmo while I rock at the office party. Oh no, this is not gonna
It's
end well.
not gonna end well.
Oh.
Now, hold on. It doesn't show how it ends. It just shows her falling with his.
Yeah, it shows how it ends.
Looking up
she
her
fell,
hoo-ha.
yeah, she fell down. It's not as
I
good.
bet you ended it differently.
Hold my Cosmo. Is this why I call champagne?
Oh,
right in
I
the
hate
mouth.
when I take the stopper in the mouth. That's gotta hurt.
She thought that was gonna be a good Instagram video.
Oh, what
Hold my
the hell
Cosmo
is
while
this?
we perform a party trick. That's a White Claw. Oh, dude, she just hit her forehead straight. Okay, look, watch where she
On her
hits.
table?
Yeah, watch where she hits.
there are no laws.
There's no laws when you're drinking the claws. Boom!
Oh,
right in the
God,
corner
that's
of the table.
gotta hurt.
Hold my Cosmo while I shotgun a beer backwards. These
It's
are
not
always
even
funny.
a beer; it's an ultralight.
These are funny. She did it wrong.
Have you ever tried that?
Pouring the whole
Yes.
beer out.
She did it the
I've
wrong
never
way.
been able to shotgun a beer. Look.
Hold my Cosmo while I
Fine.
walk in new heels. Break an ankle. Break an
going-
ankle.
she's going down.
Oh, my gosh, that would hurt so bad. She points.
That's how I would look in heels.
Hold my Cosmo while I show you how to ride a bike into a wall. Right into that wall. Boom!
What the? Okay. I'm sorry. Back that up.
Here, I'll play it again.
Okay, you cannot steer away from a wall.
Okay, I would just like to say, in her defense,
There's no defense.
that wall was it's
Defense.
looking at her. You know what I mean? She's looking at it. But I have seen many of people get onto a motorcycle for the first time, and the second you hit that acceleration a bit, I mean, this happened to me
Yep.
many a times. The first time you hit that acceleration, you hit it too hard, and then gravity pulls you back, and then you hit it too hard again, and now you're gone.
So wait, we were out in the desert one time when Carter's riding his motorcycle, and me and Big Mike are standing there, and all of a sudden we hear this whee, and here comes little redheaded Carter just flying past us. He's gonna jump a gully that's like fucking 50 yards wide on his little
Maybe not
YZ80.
50 yards. Maybe like 15.
No. Oh, it was at least 30 yards wide.
No way.
Yes. It was scooped, okay? It was scooped for
Rain, right?
massive pipes, okay?
Yeah.
And he fucking launches.
And just
I literally thought I lost my son.
Did you go, no?
No, me.
Oh,
me
yeah. You like go
me
and
and
you-
Mike are running. We're running. We're just like,
you think you're
"No."
gonna like movie it and you like hit it and you're gonna stay flat, but it's like forward and then you just run right into the backside of the landing.
And hey,
hit the accelerator.
to-
Make your
to-
front wheel
You gotta
go
hit your
up.
brake.
to Carter's what he just gets up and walks away, brushes it off.
Yeah, I was rubber back then.
Can I do that again?
Few more. Hold my Cosmo while I gingerbread house.
I love her. That's awesome.
Was that Adam? Hold on, I think that was Adam on the left.
Maybe here. Let's see your slap.
I
Oh, go
love
for
this.
the wine. Go for the wine. Chug it
Head
down.
smack.
And gingerbread house. Hold my Cosmo while we sacrifice this table for TikTok.
Oh,
Dude, your dad's gonna be so pissed.
So pissed.
Your dad is pissed.
I've
He
seen
made
that on TikTok.
your not safe for work.
That's fine. I love it.
Hold my Cosmo. Wait, hold on.
Hold my cosmos.
I'm gonna cut it off
Why? Dude, roll with it.
because
Chances.
a lot of time it's either gore or it's nudity. So I'm just gonna throw it off of here.
Okay,
We'll
yeah.
watch it.
Go back.
Hold my Cosmo while I try smoking drink.
Try this smoked drink.
If it doesn't load.
There's
Well.
nothing there. Oh, there it goes.
So she's
Smoking
hitting a
the
bong,
bong.
and the other girl's drinking straight from like a Smirnoff thing. And she's gonna say she's gonna puke straight into
Yeah,
that.
he's gonna puke right into the bong.
Oh,
Takes
she
the
drank
bong water. Oh,
Why is that not safe for work? We can show that all day long. Come on.
That's just
Oh,
disgusting. I had a gal one time. I was driving her home. We had a my buddy's parents were out of town, so we did what do you call the Greek party?
Toga party?
Toga party. We had a toga party, and I'm driving this girl home. We were just like bombed out of our gorge down at the Orange Circle, and we come into the Orange Circle going from north to south, and we make that right by the B of A, and then we make the right around the B of A. That's what's the Starbucks now.
He doesn't know what that is, but yeah.
Okay.
I know what the
Orange
circle
PD
is, but
Orange PD pulls us over, and I look at her and I say, "If you puke, we're going to jail."
Don't puke.
She holds it in her mouth. in her mouth.
And we're not talking about the puke.
How about the vomit? That's what I was about to say.
The whole time while the cop is talking to us,
She's like,
and I'm just like, so, do you know your tail lights out? I said, no, I didn't, sir. I apologize. I will get that fixed, immediately. He says, well, where are you going? I said, I'm this little lady was kind of hammered at a party. I just showed up.
this is before breathalyzers.
Yeah, could have been. I'm just taking her home, just trying to be a good Samaritan. He says, okay, get her home. Pull around the corner. I mean, he'd breathalyzed me, and I've been a fucking 7. Okay, but I'm being the good Samaritan, and he believed it. We pull around the corner. She just fucking just.
I'm usually the
That was
in this situation.
That was a girl I should have married.
Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa.
you hold vomit in your mouth. I mean,
okay,
come
okay.
on.
That's solid.
That's solid. It's very solid.
Sorry, Mom. All right, 2 more. Hold me while I try to dance out of my league. Oh, man. She went head first. She hit. All right, let's try it again. Oh,
He's like, I'm so
I
sorry.
know. She's
I'm
going to
not
feel that
getting laid
tomorrow.
tonight.
She's going to feel that tomorrow. Oh, my gosh. The back of her head hit that
Hey,
first.
if you can't hold me when I jump on you,
Hold
you're
my
not worth
Cosmo while I crush these stools.
What was she thinking?
She thought she was going to run across like American Ninja Warrior.
Oh God.
Oh, let's do it. Oh, she started off balance. That was her problem. She started off balance.
Yep. She never had a chance. Never had a chance.
So that's my wild, wild web, Kelly.
All right.
That's
pull up
me.
mine.
Okay. Pulling it up.
Pulling it up.
Pulling it out.
That kind of sounds weird.
Pulling it out.
Excuse me while I pull it up.
I know you're going to be shocked, but it's a TikTok.
I know.
Unbelievable. It's a TikTok. Dude, you need to get a life.
I got
Whoa.
life. I got a life. I like it too. It allows me to watch TikToks.
It allows you to watch TikTok.
Okay.
Hey, do what you like in life.
Today,
Ready for this first TikTok, Kelly?
today in vagina news,
Hold on. I need to make sure that the audio. Hold on. You know what I realize is our audio's not.
so this is a little news episode. Might want to be able to pause it so you can read it.
Okay.
Miami stripper arrested for squirting vaginal fluids at police officers in self-defense. This is a real news article.
Well,
Okay,
is
I
it
got
a
a
real?
drink.
This is from World News Daily Report. Okay,
Tequila.
sure,
Vaginas
that's probably a
in the
good
news.
thing. No video.
Go ahead.
Oh, is it? Oh, there's video.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's video of
No,
it too.
just so they just show the girl.
Okay. Miami stripper.
A Florida lap dancer has been arrested in Miami after assaulting 5 police officers with her
5?
vagina and using it as a deadly weapon without
A deadly weapon.
Brittany Simmons, 24, was performing at the Camel Toe Strip Club. Shout out. When an
Shout out.
altercation began between Simmons and several clients at the club.
They weren't getting me right.
Wow.
Okay, go.
They were all female officers. I'm just gonna say that now because I think that's why she got charged. Next video.
Sure. This is
Question. Actually, before we go forward, now I'm
Do
thinking.
you really want to question
Now
that?
I'm thinking. So she got arrested for assaulting with
If
her
you
vagina.
watch
What was the position?
well, hold
That's
on.
the question.
If you would have watched the rest of the video,
Okay,
the
turn it
police,
back.
the police,
Oh, I was just asking if we should watch the video.
the police officers came down with chlamydia.
Oh. I thought you wanted me to just read the article. Oh, you need more
That's all it was. Is the
Came down
article.
with chlamydia.
What
Dirty
play,
hose.
play it again.
Chlamydia of the mouth.
Play it again. We'll go to the
No,
bottom. and
I'm
read
already
it.
moving
No,
forward
they got the
now.
chlamydia
So,
from shining their
you-
shoes,
you-
cleaning their shoes off.
You've seen Elon Musk and Elizabeth Warren going
Yes,
back.
yeah,
Okay,
sure.
Pause that real quick.
Yeah, of course.
So you've seen Elon Musk. You know he is obviously.
Yes.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yes.
They got into a Twitter war this week.
Oh, really?
Well, because he became man of the year. He was voted man of the year.
Time man of the year?
Yeah, Times man of the
Oh,
year.
really? Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that.
And
How did I miss that?
Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, I have a job.
Elizabeth Warren started tweeting at him and being like, maybe the man of the year should pay their fair share of
well,
taxes, basically.
This TikTok's here is just because she explains it really well and she
really?
shows the tweets.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
So, and she's pretty.
Here's
hot.
how it all
She's
started.
pretty.
How did
Last
that
week,
start?
Musk was named Times Person of the Year, and Warren
this
tweeted,
guy.
"Let's change the rigged tax code so the Person of the Year will actually pay taxes and stop freeloading off of everyone else." He responded with a series of tweets, including the now famous, You remind me of when I was a kid and my friend's angry mom would just randomly yell at everyone for no reason.
True.
And please don't call the manager on me, Senator Karen. He followed up by joking, don't spend it all at once. Oh, wait, you already did. Joy Reid rushed to defend Elizabeth Warren in a segment attacking Musk and accusing him of appropriating black culture.
So for so many reasons, being a freeloader and a selfish and disrespectful one, and for misappropriating black
This might be
vernacular
the worst
for
woman in the
misogynistic
world.
purposes,
Literally.
Elon Musk is the absolute worst.
On that show, Warren called Musk
the world's richest freeloader.
But it's kind of
What
hard
are
to be a
you?
freeloader when you're paying $11 billion in taxes
There
this
you
year,
go.
which is set to be the largest tax bill in history. Elon Musk.
There you go. But she just explained it really well.
Okay, so at my cigar store, okay, it's probably
What the fuck is that? Is being attacked?
Oh no, that's one of those medical helicopters.
Careful.
Right?
oh, that's
Yeah,
my ride.
careful.
My ride's
Yeah,
in. I'm
yeah,
going
yeah.
back to Tennessee tonight. They kicked me out of Texas again. So
Are we ready for another cigar? I think I'm gonna
yeah,
want another
take
cigar.
one. So at my cigar store, it's literally 50% black, 50% white. Okay, my black friends there hate her.
Joy Reid.
Oh, they
Because she
oh,
doesn't
they hate
stand
her.
for what
She
the people
literally-
actually feel.
No,
She
she
literally
stands
might
for
be the wor-
herself and herself.
She might be the
alone.
worst person.
I don't,
on
black or
TV.
white. She's the worst person.
Worst
period.
person, yes.
Yeah. And when your own black community says, "I can't stand you. You're not my voice," then shut the hell up and learn what the black community wants you to talk about and talk about. Represent them correctly because they don't like you.
Right. No, I mean, it happens all the time, right? I mean, that
Absolutely.
what I've heard, and obviously, again, we have to step back and be like, none of us are in the black community, right? But from people that I've talked to, they are like,
And
first
this
off,
is Tennessee blacks. Okay, I mean, and again, we're talking from the South.
Right.
Okay,
No,
we're
you're
talking from the
talking
South.
about your culture. You're talking about where you live,
Where
and the people
I live
that are
in
your
Chattanooga,
community.
Tennessee.
You're talking about your community.
The black community that I deal with at my cigar store, okay, they do not like her.
Right.
And they literally will say in the conversation, she does not represent me.
I know this whole thing was about Elon Musk, but I think it's more of the black African American, whatever you want to call them, whatever they want you to call them. From what I've talked to, they want just what we want. We want our politicians to focus on the issues. They want our representatives to focus on the issues and not. They always put people in a box. They put them in a box. They say,
do.
You know, look at Joe Biden. They're not black. You know what I mean? Like it's
You're not black if you don't vote for
Charlemagne.
me.
The Charlemagne thing,
Boy, he called her out,
dude. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Should we take a moment to watch
Please,
the
yeah, no,
Charlemagne
please
thing?
Educate me. Please educate me.
Okay.
So
Hold on, who's the chick on the right?
Chick on the right. Oh, these are literally just these are suggested news articles.
we have gone down a couple of those rabbit holes before.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Hold on for the
what
crowd
was
out
it?
there.
There was
Charlotte, I'll
This is,
set it up for you. So Charlemagne,
This is from my cigar store, the Olivia O. It's a wonderful cigar.
Charlemagne is interviewing Kamala Harris over
Camel toe?
Yes, over video, and he asks her a question, and her aides immediately step in.
Hold on. I need to find one that's not CNN or Fox. I just want to find, honestly, is it bad? But the fact that the only one I want to watch is the Daily Wire one. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Why would that be bad?
No,
They
it's
don't
not, it's
edit
not,
it
It's not that
properly.
it's bad. It's just the fact that we live in this world where I don't want to listen to what Fox News has to say about it. I don't want to listen to what CNN has to say about it. I just want to see the video, and that's all I want to see. I don't even know if we're going to be able to find it, dude.
Carter.
Oh, here you go. Carter.
I'm going to perform a vasectomy
Man,
live. Carter, can you stand
Don't worry
up,
about it.
please?
We'll just,
Don't worry about it. So he started saying stuff like, so he got to interview this guy Charlemagne. He has this show called The God, and it's like a radio show. And so he got to interview Kamala Harris, and he starts being like, "Hey, who's in charge here, Joe Manchin or Joe Biden?
Who's the real president of the country?"
Yeah, he said, "Who's the real president of the country, Joe Biden or Joe Manchin?"
And they said Obama?
No, Kamala's aides stepped in and just started talking over their interview.
we gotta go.
Could
We're
you
done
imagine
here.
if an
We're done.
aide walked into a Trump interview or a Bush interview or an Obama interview? If someone was to walk in and cut Obama off from an interview and be like, no, sorry, oh, blah, 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 you know what I mean? Like cause disruption for no reason because other than you don't like what they're saying.
Right.
Dude.
Let's see it.
No, we can't.
But anyways, then the aide's like, "Oh, we've lost audio. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you."
You've lost mental capacity.
Kamala goes, "I can hear them."
Yeah, she's going. She's like, I can hear him.
That's like Joe reading the comments the other day.
Okay.
This is Larry. This is pretty funny.
Okay, so this is non-political. This is nothing. This is just some wild Webb.
This is
right
Larry Arthauer.
Oh, I noticed, and again, it's a TikTok video.
They're all
What does that say? But again, what does that say about TikTok?
That Kelly loves TikTok. It's his.
Oh,
form
it's your
of,
video. That's right. I'm sorry. Yes,
It's his
There's
form
great
of
content on TikTok.
Yeah.
And
Political, everything.
I was in the same boat. I was like, Kelly, you're only bringing TikToks, but I only bring Reddit videos and YouTube. You know what I mean? Like those are the platforms where people post content. You know what I mean? So that's where
there's great political
where
content
you get your
on
content.
I was gonna start I'm gonna go on TikTok because I know how much you love it. And again, there's some very interesting things on there. But then when you said all you get is TNA on there, I'm like, I'm not going to start a
and then
TikTok
I signed up
account.
faster.
Yeah, for the first month, all I'm going to see is TNA. My wife's not going to like that. I'm going to get in trouble.
So
they
have an algorithm. So like you can search Trump videos. I'm just using Trump, okay?
Yeah.
Because that's what you would like, right? And so they start bringing up Trump videos. And if you like them or you comment on them, TikTok's algorithm starts pushing you more of that content.
What if I like rainbow trout?
You can.
I have a buddy that I work with. I'm a customer of his, actually. He's got
Moonshine, Tennessee Moonshine.
He's got 300, 400,000 followers, right? His whole TikTok is nothing more about shooting feral hogs.
His whole channel.
Okay.
His whole channel.
His whole channel is talking about hunting.
Habanera.
And he's got sponsors that give him.
Okay, you got to think about it. If you watch somebody on YouTube that does trout fishing and you watch him and he's like, I just got this pole and this is how I use it and this is how I set it up and this is the right time to go fishing.
Fascinating.
That same stuff is happening on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's just as a matter of, is that what you're going out and looking for? Or are you, looking
He's got 300,000 followers.
So here's the question about
He
the wild
does?
hog. Habanera, right? So when you're driving this, so I just drove from Tennessee to Texas, and this wild hog thing is Habanera is everywhere, right? Rampant. And then you talk about how they're ruining everything. Okay. Now, driving here for 12 and a half hours, I did not see one dead hog on the road.
I've never seen a wild hog.
I saw about 400 deer.
I've had it
but
on
I
my
never
company's
saw a hog.
ranch, but yeah.
So what does that tell you about hog? They're smarter than deer?
They're smart.
Oh, they're very smart.
They're smart. Pigs are super smart, and the only thing that creates a wild hog is when a pig leaves a farm, and it will become a wild hog.
You take a regular
Feral.
pig from a farm and just stick it out in the
Absolutely.
It will grow tusks, grow
tusks.
Do you know what
hairy.
happens? Do you know what happens when you put lipstick on a pig?
Comes a Friday night date. What?
It's still a pig.
It's still a pig.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
hold on. I got bit by a pig the other night. I'm at one of my.
Did she have a name?
Tennessee Moonshine, everybody.
Honestly, so I'm up in the Blue Ridge, okay, and one of my clients, and
The Blue Ridge.
It bit his penis.
I didn't say where it bit me. I didn't say how it happened. So we walk in this guy's house, and he's got one of these potbelly pigs in there, and he says
In his house.
in his house, and they do kind of a rescue thing, obviously, you know. And I'm thinking, welcome back to 1985. Now, in 1985, they finally realized, hey, I got a pig in my house. I don't want a pig in my house. And they got rid of them. That's right. They all ended up shelters, right? This guy still has a pig. Welcome to 1985.
I have pigs
he says,
in my house.
Do you, now he's a client. I haven't sold him yet. He says, do you want to feed him?
Anything for the sale.
Sure, anything for the sale, right? Sure, why not? He puts these little biscuits in my hand. The son of a bitch bit my finger, man.
Yeah. I thought it was a biscuit.
I was bleeding.
Oh, really?
Okay, I think
they have teeth.
I need to get some award from the company that says you got bit by a pig.
Yeah, you
for
need like
the
a plaque.
sale.
Like-
I mean, how much more dedicated do I have to be to the company?
Why'd you put the biscuit on your wiener? That's the real question.
Well, you know, it was the instructions he gave me. I just follow instructions.
He said, I've got these donuts.
It has a special
Little peanut
glaze.
butter. Watch my dog and the peanut butter.
And I got it, and I was like, this donut is way too big.
I gotta tell you what happened with this parrot.
Is that a mini donut?
I have pigs in my house. It's called bacon.
Yeah, exactly.
Little side note.
Well, welcome to 1985.
I was reading the other day, they just, in Japan, they're moving towards legislation to allow squid farming for like sushi and stuff.
All right.
And it's like this big controversy because squid are very, very intelligent, more intelligent than a pig. I mean, they're...
Okay, hold on. let's just think about this logically.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just say a pig heads. Okay. Pretty big. Okay. Bigger the head. Bigger
You're
the
going to go big brain.
Big brain. I'm going big brain theory. Okay. Versus a squid.
No. First off, no. Second off, no.
Mass, not per capita, but mass.
Are we talking giant squid? I mean, giant
No,
squid.
no,
Bigger
little,
brain
even
than-
a little squid, dude. I'm telling you, there's this documentary called My Teacher.
Okay, we're gonna get into dolphin sex in a minute. Now, careful where you're going with this.
Wow. No, there is a documentary out there about squids, and it's very well known. Squids are very intelligent. They'll leave their
love their
cages.
games.
They know how to enter Squid Games.
Really? Are you? Hold on. Are you just pulling something over on your dad, or are you being serious?
I'm being completely serious. Like
Okay, I got a feeling I'm going to get shortchanged.
Just because a squid doesn't pay taxes, we can consider it not to be intelligent. But squid are some of the most intelligent creatures on Earth.
Really?
They are so smart. I mean,
What can they do?
So there's this
Can they go fetch me a beer like a dog?
Easily.
Really? How does a squid fetch me a beer like my dog?
So there's
can?
this documentary called My Teacher the Squid, My Squid Teacher, something like that. And it's this guy who went to the same reef in South Africa every day for like a year and a half. And he just started filming this one squid.
How does he know it's the same squid? Did he tag it?
It looks it looks the same. And this squid is at first like super afraid.
That could be racist, Carter.
This squid is like...
all the squids do look the same.
All the squids look the same to me.
This squid is like afraid of him at first, right? And it like hides in a shell or hides in a rock. And then like as he goes back day and day and day, it starts to remember him and it starts to come out and start interacting with him to the point where he's like swimming with this squid. And like the
Carter
squid
James,
knows.
Do you believe everything you see on the internet?
This is not an internet thing. This is a documentary of a guy who spent a year and a half following one squid and showing how intelligent it is.
You think he looked back and like, what
Is
have
his
I been
name
doing for the
SpongeBob?
last year?
What's his name?
Squidward doesn't count.
Squidward. Is his name Squidward? Sorry, SpongeBob. Is his name
Giant
Squidward?
squids, though. I mean, if you're talking, if you want to go big brain theory, giant squids are
absolutely have a huge.
They're
Absolutely,
called giant squids for a
I was
reason.
going to
right?
say, did he follow him back to the Krusty Krab?
To the
Now,
Krusty
did he
Krab
compare him to the
Squidward.
elephant? Did he compare the squid to the elephant?
No, because
Besides brain?
I'm not talking about big brain theory. I'm talking about just general intelligence of a creature. All right, let's watch this Larry thing.
I'm
Larry
I'm sorry.
Arthour, and I'll refrain from touching my neighbor's kids again. What I did was not too kind, but I'm a nice guy, you'll come to find. I've got a backyard and a real nice pool. Y'all should come over for a barbecue. We can make some cold drinks in my blender, but do keep in mind that I'm a sex offender. I'm Larry Arthour, and I'll refrain.
TikTok's bad. There's nothing.
So
good
you missed I think he missed the first part of it.
No, I said, yeah. I am gonna have to do it. I'll have Leanne do it like for the first month, so I don't see any of the TNA.
While you're on
but
TikTok, go to search accounts up there,
I do not have a TikTok account.
and hit a TXHA.
Now, why do you know this verbatim?
It's his friend. It's his
My buddy.
It's his friend.
Texas Hog Killer, right there. It's my buddy.
Hog killer, not just hog killer.
He's all about
I'm a
you.
killer.
You would love it. It's all about guns. He's a big hunter.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, absolutely.
He's
Okay,
got,
so let's just watch his.
Without exception, no Texas chili should ever have beans in it, period.
That's right.
Having beans in Texas chili will
not
get you
Texas chili, but
disqualified
beans.
from any.
Wait, hold on.
Texas chili doesn't have beans.
Let's break.
No,
Oh, okay.
it's real chili. Real chili doesn't have beans.
But just the chili that we make is from 15 bean soup. No, we take
No,
black beans,
and
pinto
kidney
beans.
That's soup.
beans.
That's
no,
soup.
no,
It's not real chili.
pretty good chili. I've never had chili
It's
without beans.
good soup.
I don't want to say his name, but he's all Texas. It's like
You can see him get a hog.
he's got a big old ranch, and he tells me he's like, anytime you guys want to come out, just let me know.
Why say
Let's
his
go.
name?
Why haven't we had the invite
His
yet?
name is Banned Often.
Banned Often.
Okay, let's see this video.
One of the best advancements
So pause it,
in
pause it,
pressure
pause it.
washer technology.
So on TikTok, you can't talk about guns or say the word, or you possibly get your video kicked off.
Right,
to
right,
use the word
yeah,
guns.
yeah.
So
Really?
He
Why?
calls them pressure washers. That's why he's pressure washer internal parts.
Is that because there's a red the splatter, not the splatter. but-
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
What are the,
Not at
no,
all.
No, the
So-
snipers call it. It's the red
Mist.
red mist. Yes.
So he calls them pressure washer parts.
I love it. Pressure
So-
washer.
And his whole thing's all about just
That's
guns
not a
and-
dildo. That's a pressure washer.
So I'm turning down the audio from it, but so he's just talking about this component of this gun, right?
Yeah.
So he's got how many views has he got?
He's got 265,000 followers. I saw.
265,000 followers is a lot of followers.
Yeah.
A decent amount.
If you go back, it'll tell you he's got 3.1, not
265,000 people follow this guy,
and he's got 3.9
and all he
million
does,
likes.
And he's got a second grade education.
He's always at Buc-ee's and Whataburger, talking about Whataburger.
Who's that?
Is that his wife with the camel toe?
Kelly.
That's his
or
ranch.
whatever your name is.
That wasn't Kelly.
I know that was not Kelly.
That was not Kelly.
That's his ranch.
Cool.
He has one where he put tanamite out there.
But what?
Tanamite? Is that explosive?
An explosive, and you shoot it with a gun and it explodes. And he put it out there right in the middle of all this hog bait. In Texas, you do not need a license to kill a feral hog.
I don't think in any state.
There's no limit. There's no.
You got to kill them. Kill them all. Like God
so he put tanamite out there and blew them up.
Love it.
But anyways, he's a good dude. He's a real
awesome.
good dude.
That's awesome, man.
Interesting.
That's awesome. All right, that's Wild Wild Web.
Wild
huh?
Wild Web.
All right,
rock on.
Last two things. I'm gonna hit my rant. You're gonna hit your rant, and then we're gonna move on.
I guess
right?
we're not gonna do my FYP.
Oh, you want to do your FYP?
It's quick. Well, there's
Okay.
only 3 of them.
My bad.
I've got a rant.
Okay, we'll hear your rant.
Oh, okay. Dad's got a rant.
How many hours
tonight.
do we have?
We're at
I have nowhere to be
9
till
hours.
January 3rd, so
Kelly's FYP.
it's quick.
Okay, hold on.
What's FYP mean?
For you page.
So on TikTok.
Yeah, go ahead and explain that while I get these ready.
So on TikTok, this is good for you. You have 2 things. You'll have following, and those are the people that you choose to follow.
Okay.
Like you like all their content.
I choose to follow them.
You choose
I
to
hit
follow
the button
them.
to follow them.
Yes.
Right.
And then you have FYP, For You page. That's stuff that TikTok's pushing to you.
Because I've said them,
Yeah.
they've said that. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So basically, you go on TikTok and just hit following, and you'll be seeing nothing of the video except videos of people you choose to see.
Okay.
So
Hold on. I'm pulling up all the links at once.
Firefox.
but there's funny stuff. I mean, and it takes a little bit, a week or so, to get your algorithm.
So
going.
what in my life am I going to give up once I get addicted to TikTok?
It's a
Your
great,
religion.
It's a great waste of time when you just need to kill 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something. You go through.
Trying to think. Okay, yeah, I've got every once in a while.
No.
You know what
I don't.
You know what I usually do in that? I light a cigar, read a book, light a cigar.
So this one's funny.
Doc, did you get that
Test
result? I could go a lot of different ways.
This one literally made me laugh out loud. Volume up.
Yep. Give me a second.
Here you go. Listen.
Hello? Doc, this is Mr. Albertson. Did you get the test results back on my wife?
Yes, we did, but they're a little unclear. She either has AIDS or Alzheimer's.
What do I do?
Take her out for a drive, drop her a few miles from the house. If she comes home, don't fuck her.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny.
Again, it's only funny if it's a little true, right?
That's right. That's what comedy is only funny if it's a little.
That's
true.
right, baby. I love it. Oh, that was hilarious.
The next one I call
her off.
babysitting.
Babysitting. Okay.
Babysitting.
Oh, we're running. Hold on.
As you're watching this video, tell me when you see it. Tell me when you see. Oh, how long did it take you to notice?
I see it.
See, yeah, I'm not sure. Okay,
just hit play.
Hold on. I gotta.
Hold on.
I don't have my
Is
screen.
that like a
set up.
naked person?
Hold on.
No, it's a lady with her
How
baby.
long would it take?
You didn't notice. It's a mother and a baby sitting on a little thing. Okay. Tell me when you see it.
I'm not sure what I'm looking for. The baby dropped out of this.
The baby's chilling.
See it, Carter?
No. I don't see it. How long?
How about the big fucking snake coming in the back?
Oh! Hold on. We need to rewatch.
Yeah, rewind.
Holy,
Absolutely.
Look at that fucking snake
Look at that
walking in.
snake.
Oh my gosh.
And it's looking, it's going up too.
It is. It's looking for a baby to eat. That snake would eat that baby in
in a
2
heartbeat.
seconds. It
Yeah.
would boop, done.
Delicious.
Wouldn't even need a. Oh
I can't believe it took her that long to notice.
Whole.
Watch.
Dude.
Okay, where do you live that you're not smart
This is
enough
like
to know you got to
Indonesia.
shut your door?
Bro, this is.
It's like Vietnam.
Oh my
or something.
gosh.
Yeah, this is Indonesia somewhere.
All right, let's not.
How bad of a parent do you need to be? They'll leave the door open and you got a 7-foot snake going around your house.
I don't know if that's bad parenting because it could be like 110 degrees out. I mean,
okay, that's somebody who doesn't have a dog that chases the snakes.
So this
away.
one you'll like. This is a guy named.
I like that one. That was funny.
This guy name's Cancel Carl. You'll like him.
He's got a hair bun thing that needs to be fucking cut
he's
off.
on your side. Just watch.
Okay.
This is comedy, though.
This is called in 2021. What was your highest viewed video? Okay, I've seen this.
My name is Cancel Carl. So let's go cancel some stuff. Cracker Barrel? Really? Why don't you just call it the clam bucket? Canceled! QT?
Clan bucket.
You're missing the LTB. Canceled! The Mandalorian? Need I say more? Canceled! The son? Really? Where's the daughter? Or the we're waiting for them to decide? And it makes your skin darker. Ever heard of blackface, you bigot? Double canceled. White paint? Canceled. Whitening toothpaste? Canceled. White noise machine? Canceled.
Clouds.
A white male with an opinion? Canceled. My name?
Well, that was my shirt, dude. I mean, that was my whole shirt, right? White male Christian. How else can I offend you today?
That's really
Cancel
funny.
Carl. He's got a whole series.
Good
It's
job,
pretty
Kelly.
funny.
That's hilarious.
That is funny.
That's funny, dude.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Anyways, back to important stuff.
Was that your rant or was that your? No, that was.
That was
No, that's just my FYP.
That's his FYP. You know what? Let's go take a break real quick because I need to pee.
Okay.
Sorry, Dad. So when you listen to this when you're treadmilling, we were rolling the whole time for that.
Were we really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Thank God.
Okay, so Dad, you are here. You have about 5 seconds to get your shit together. Okay. You have a rant.
This
I do have a
should
rant.
be
I'm worried. I'm worried.
No. Okay, so I had my shirt on earlier. Okay, right Christian male, Republican, conservative.
Sure.
How else may I offend you today? Okay, and that's my rant. My rant is why all of a sudden am I a racist just because I'm a conservative? Okay. Now, again, no matter where I go, no matter what I do, I get shot down. The ideas that have been guiding society for 2,000 years or more. Okay, all of a sudden are all thrown out the window, and everything that's wrong with the world is my fault. Why do I have to bend to what you consider your morality or your ethical?
Right, your morals, your values, your life values.
So what's been wrong for 2,000 years plus all of a sudden today is, well, I have to be more tolerant. Tolerant of what? Tolerant of because, and again, I understand. I watch your guys and you talk, and hey, we don't want to offend anybody, and I don't want to offend anybody either. Okay,
We don't want to offend people because we don't get kicked off.
I don't want to offend people because I don't want to offend people.
I don't want to.
I think
Exactly.
that there's
right there. I don't want to offend people because I don't want to offend people. But nobody gives a shit whether they offend me.
Right.
And that's what bothers me.
So there's a double
about the
standard.
left.
There's a double standard.
But
That
again,
is a Gen X.
Who's
That is
absolutely
Gen X. Absolutely. We don't give a fuck.
right. I don't care if you are gay, if you are LGBT, if you are whatever the letters are.
So you have a problem with the Qs?
I guess. Okay. Here's my thought.
I guess he said.
If I guarantee you, no matter who you put in front of me, we probably have more in common than we do not have in common.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
We both love the world. We both love people. We want everybody to get along. Sure. But again, because I have a sense of ultimate right and ultimate wrong, all of a sudden I'm a bad guy. All of a sudden I can't like you or you can't like me because, hey, bottom line is I don't like your sexuality. Well, that doesn't mean we don't have 99 things in common.
Sure. I don't like the way you dress either, but
I dress like a 56-year-old man. Okay. I go to the gym. This guy, I guarantee you he was coming on to me. I didn't go, get away from me. You're homosexual. No, dude, I engaged the guy. I talked to the guy. Yeah. He was a nice enough guy, and I finally got to go my way. But I may be 56, but I know when I'm getting hit on, right? Okay. Yeah. I didn't just go off on the guy. I conversed with him. I didn't burn him to hell. I didn't say, "Oh, get away."
So I think Carter and we've talked about this a little bit. I think we even talked maybe last week. Like being a conservative as I am also, they have done a very poor job. The Democratic Party and the liberals have definitely got their message out that conservatives are racist.
They're good at the propaganda. They're really good at
propaganda.
Getting it.
And like we've talked about this. Like
right.
every conservative I know don't give a fuck if you're gay.
That's
I don't care if
that's
you're gay.
the whole thing. The people
less.
I deal with are probably a lot more conservative than both of you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
And I'm thinking of one person in particular. Okay. And as conservative as I am, and Carter knows how, I'm pretty conservative. But again, I have my, I cuss. I'm sorry. I drink. I'm sorry. If that offends you, I apologize.
That doesn't offend me. That's not the things that's not the things that are offending.
When me and this guy talk, we'll talk about really anything. Okay? And there's nothing that we would talk to people about that we couldn't converse with anybody on. And I'm just tired of watching the news and looking at social media and saying all of a sudden I need to feel guilty because I'm a white male conservative. I'm telling the world right now I do not feel guilty because of it. My ancestors, as far as I know,
it had nothing to do with what they did.
Exactly. As far as I know, all we can go back in our history, our family history on my father's side, is to his grandfather. Again, he wasn't rich enough to own any slaves. So therefore, I have to the best of my knowledge, I have no slavery in the family. I can't be held accountable for that.
This sounds very bad, what I'm about to say. But I think black people have rode the slavery thing
to the ground.
To the ground. And what happened to the people in the 17 and 1800s was a horrible thing. Horrible thing.
And again, I think we can all agree on that. And we do.
But they're not the only ones who've ever been enslaved.
Absolutely.
I mean, slavery's been going on for thousands
of years. And it exists today.
And it even exists today. So
How do you think your iPhones are made?
Exactly. So I think,
And my Samsung too, probably.
Definitely.
Most
definitely. But everything on this table
for thousands of years, that's the way it went.
Yes,
you conquered a people, and those people became your slaves.
Absolutely. So I don't get to make those rules.
I have a hard problem judging people in the past by today's standards.
Right.
So, I mean, in 200 years from now, they're going to be like,
look at us and laugh at us,
and laugh at us.
And they thought they were so innovative.
Yeah.
Condemning slavery when literally everything they owned was made by
slaves.
So millennials and Gen X, my problem with them is they think that they're so smart. They think they're the smartest generation to ever come out.
And
they're going to solve all the world's problems. Yes. No, you're not.
Okay, hold on. Don't solve all the world's problems. Just solve one for me. I don't care what it is. Just solve one.
So
no generation since Adam and Eve, and that's why I figure it starts, has ever solved a problem. All they do is compound
and make something
else. That's all they do.
So
period.
I'm going to yes, what you just said about my generation. The thing that I hate the most about my generation is the fact that we have at our fingertips knowledge. We have the Library of Alexandria at our fingertips at every moment of the day. I don't go a minute of my day without my phone being within 3 feet of me. Okay. I constantly have the ability to learn anything I want.
And at 56, I have the same thing.
No, of course. And you do too. But my generation, and I hate this, and we know a couple people mutually that they think that they were
That would be Kelly and them looking into each other's eyes again.
I know a couple people who are in the millennial generation and in the Gen Z as well.
Hold on, what am I?
You're
X.
He's X as well.
No, yes, I'm like right because I'm 1965.
You're the first. Listen, you're the first year of Gen X. You're one of the last.
Yes.
So Gen X stops in like 85, I think. So he's 65, which is the first year, and then you're 72, which is right in the thick of it, right?
Yeah.
Millennials, I hate that. They walk around like they know more than everybody. Like my dad, so I try not to do this, but let's say my dad's talking to me about something. And and I'm just in the back of my head like, oh, you
Tequila.
You idiot. Oh, like you don't even know. Like you don't
And
know
when we're on the phone, I know when he's doing that.
You don't know the history. You don't know blah. You don't know this stuff. And I mean, I constantly consume information. We're the first generation to literally have no free time. Our free time is consuming more and more information, whether it's on a TikTok or a YouTube video or an article.
But where is that information coming from?
Right, exactly. So I'm not saying that it's proof. It's not like gold. It's not truth. Right. So that's what's wrong with our generation is we walk around. I completely agree with you. We walk around thinking that.
What's wrong with
the Romans? Now I'm going to pivot. I'm going to try to hit everything you guys were talking about. The Romans, okay, are the enlightened ones, right? They're the ones that came up with the first republic. They're the ones that had these amazing
democracy.
Didn't the Greeks do that?
Democracy? No. The Romans, right? The Romans created
Senate.
The Senate.
No,
they had
Greeks who created the Senate, and then the Romans copied it and made it a little better.
Okay. Sure.
Oh my God, 56 years old.
Right. Oh my
I
God.
have a
Idiot.
little knowledge.
This guy doesn't even know. No,
knowledge
okay,
is power.
Maybe I'm misspeaking. Whether it's the Greeks or the Romans, I'm not a historian. But
have you seen Spartacus?
The only reason they were able to have that, and first off, this is multi-thousand-year reigns, and we give all the credit to this like 50-year pocket of when like Aristotle was like talking about these deep things. The only reason that period happened was because they had so many slaves that 90% of the population had free time to sit there and eat grapes and talk about philosophical.
No, 90% of the population were slaves.
No.
10%. No, literally.
Right.
10% of people weren't slaves.
10%. The actual Romans or Greeks or whichever one we choose is. Yeah. They were being funded and supported completely by their slave populations that they had, right? Yep. So that's going
which
back
was everybody.
Now with the canceling and the offenses.
That's
and
part
the
of my rant.
Well,
I'm
going back to what your original rant is.
Yeah,
You're talking about I'm tired of being told to feel this way and like this. It's two things. You've got institutions.
Oh yeah.
The institutions live in an institutional world. They don't live in the real world. They sit there.
We're just call that college.
And media, college,
school now,
college,
elementary school now,
education,
No,
media.
that's a myth. It's not being taught. It's not being taught.
Listen, education, media, politics, they're these institutions that don't actually live in the real world, but they create the ideas and the policies that affect the real world. So they think there's all these inequalities, and all these people think that there's all these inequalities, and these people need to pay for what they've done, and these people are bad, and we're all being told
that anymore.
I know. We've all been told that that's how we need to feel. So if you're if you're a white guy and you've been told you need to feel this way, that's frustrating to you. And it's wrong. Obviously, it's wrong. But if you're on the other side and you're not this white guy and you're being told that white people are the worst thing in the world, then you're getting hit by the propaganda wing. So you're thinking all you hear all day is this stuff. So literally, if you were to get away from the education, if education was to be reformed, because education is the most important thing, it's actual freedom. If you're educated, you're free. Right? The more and the problem is our educational system is completely
the more educated you are, the more enslaved.
No.
You are.
That's completely false. That's completely false. No. That's false.
Again,
that's completely not true because
Kelly's just sitting over here.
I was letting you guys have it out.
This is father and son. Here it comes, folks.
I'm waiting to hear both sides.
So you're saying you are looking at it from what I just said. The institution is wrong. The institution is what is corrupt and is teaching wrong things. Education, free thought, experimenting, knowing the truth, that is freedom. So
I don't have a problem with that.
Don't say education is not free. Education is freedom. The smarter you are, the more eloquent you are in the way you talk, the more rational thinking, the more logical you are, the more compassionate you are, the more objective you are to reality. That's making you freer. The institutions used to do that. They don't any longer. And that's what you're talking about. Those are the corrupt power systems that are indoctrinating people and pushing propaganda and not letting you be free.
I won't argue with that. I won't argue with that at all.
And they're not actually educating you. They're teaching you what to think.
They're indoctrinating.
Right. They're teaching you what to think, not to go out and to think, but what to think when you get out there.
There you go. Okay.
Right.
I like that.
So that's the difference.
I
They'll
don't
say
have a
that
problem with
education is the true key to actual freedom, because if you have enough free thinking people, they get together and they say, that doesn't make sense.
Right. So
and
here's
here's
where I'm going with it. You're Gen X, right?
I'm millennial.
You're millennial.
You're Gen X.
So I'm Gen. So what's below you?
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
So you're Gen X.
Millennial.
You're millennial. Excuse me.
Gen Z's afterwards. Yes.
Tennessee Moonshine. Look. Here's what's going to happen.
All right.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Ready.
I'm going to lay some truth on you, brother.
Okay.
We're only going to allow this shit to happen for so fucking long. There's a fucking line in the sand where we're going to say, we've had enough.
Right.
And then we're going to put our foot down on your fucking neck.
Okay.
And here's what's going to happen. You're going to lose.
I'm not saying, I don't know why you're saying you're going to lose. You're looking at me and saying,
I'm
the one that's sitting here saying that these institutions are terrible.
No.
And you're looking at me saying, fucking step on your neck.
Right.
Like,
Gen X, you're right. Gen X, the people who are trying to cancel Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Benjamin Franklin.
And those are all Gen Xers.
Those are all Gen Xers, okay?
No, because they're
trying to cancel these
No, they're
people.
Gen Xers because the Gen Xers run the institutions.
Right.
The Gen Xers run the institutions.
Gen X,
the left-hand
Gen
Gen
X
X.
is not trying to cancel.
Okay, so
George
the person
Washington.
that runs Harvard is not Gen X.
Okay.
Well, just okay. Now hold on. You're putting an age.
You're painting a very broad brush.
But okay, I
Gen
always look at
Xers-
it this way. I look
Gen
at
X is the ones who's going to save this fucking country.
No, they're not. No.
They are.
Listen, so
Amen.
I look at it this way because what did you just say? You said that that they indoctrinate them, right?
Now
Okay,
again,
so listen, hold on.
My age. Hold on. It is my age or older person in Harvard and Yale and these institutions we're talking about. Okay,
put the initiatives forward.
Exactly. Okay, but they are the far left.
But I'm saying,
Okay,
it's not Gen Z's fault.
Oh no, we fucked you.
That's what
guys
I'm saying.
up.
It's
Oh
not.
no. Okay, no.
No.
You have the God-given ability to think for your fucking self.
But
and
no one
that's
taught us
what
how
my
to.
rant is.
No one taught us how to.
Your parents should have.
Well,
Your
that's right.
parents should have.
My parents
I parents
did.
you to teach, hey, you know what? Here's what I believe.
Right.
Okay. And here's what you need to do. You need to go out in the world and you need to think for yourself.
I agree. But you're looking at it from your anecdotal story of what happened with me, right? I grew up from you raising me to think for myself and be vocal and look at the world objectively. But
And there's several things I think you have wrong, but that's
But
me.
the people, the other millennials, they had Gen X parents, did they not? So were the millennials parents are Gen Xers, right? They have to be.
Right. Sorry. Yes.
Right. So
genetically, yes.
Those Gen Xers taught them or didn't teach them and then pushed them into institutions run by Gen Xers.
That's a very small amount of people.
That's fine.
Your average Gen Xer does not put up with this shit by any means.
By any means.
You're looking at look at the country split 50-50.
And okay, let's split it between Gen X. It's 90-10.
Okay, but I'm just saying that they were the ones that dropped the ball and didn't prepare their kids.
You know why? Let's go back to episode 1. You know why?
Why?
Hard times create hard men.
people. That's right.
Right.
Amen.
Hard men create soft times.
Soft times create
soft men. We had a hard time, and so we were hard. We were hard. Our parents didn't give a shit about us when we were kids. So we looked back at it like, wow, my parents beat the shit out of me when I was a kid. For spankings. I mean, dude, did you get the shit kicked out of you when you were a kid? So
Amen.
did I.
Did
So
I
like-
ever spank Carter?
So-
Maybe once before his mom ripped my
exactly.
head off and shit down my neck.
So we're like, we're not doing that to our kids, and this is what we got.
Right. So, but then don't turn around and say it's the millennials' faults and it's the Gen Z's fault. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
makes
don't
sense.
turn.
That makes
All
sense.
I'm saying is
how do we
got
correct
shit
it
on my.
as- how do we correct that?
You guys
So-
can't talk over.
Yeah,
each
sorry.
other.
Sorry.
I apologize. How do we fix things?
The small percentage, not the small, you say it's a large percentage of Gen Xers. Okay. I think that they're too far gone because their kids are now older, right? It's really hard to teach if you messed up and didn't instill those values in your kid who is a millennial when they were a kid, you messed up and you lost your opportunity. Now, if you try to go back as a Gen Xer, as a parent, and try to teach the millennials how to think and how to have a hard work ethic and then try to how to rationally think about the world, it's too late for you. Unfortunately, all it is what they call red pilling, right?
What's that?
All that's left is
Turning people into Republicans.
Oh, hold on. Red pilling. What's that?
It's like no, it's not. Well, it's not necessarily
Turning
Republican.
people
to the
conservatism,
to reality. Okay. No, it's going to go to the Matrix. Red pilling, because blue pill is stay in the cycle of the Matrix and basically be ignorant. Okay. And red pill means take that pill and welcome to Wonderland, and you're going to be hit with reality.
Well, on TikTok, it means turning.
No, I know. The term is going Republican, but it comes from.
But here's reality. Here's reality. Okay, watch the news now. Even the Democrats, let's just go for, and again, I'm going by the police theory. Okay, let's defund the police. Okay, San Francisco mayor saying, "Hey, we can't do that now. Right. We're backpedaling. Right? We can't do that. Minnesota, we can't defund the police now. Chicago, well, let's wait for Chicago. They haven't actually said it. They're still trying to do it. And we have every weekend between 5 and 30 shootings and between 5 and 10 deaths, and most of them are children. Okay." So again, what's going to happen is we're done. We're done with all that crap. We're done with the cancel culture. But we're done. I cannot live in a society without somebody policing us, because that's called chaos. You want to go back to the wild, wild west? Okay, where everybody carries guns. I carry a gun. I don't want to have to carry a gun. But when I hear about stories about idiots hitting people in the head with bricks because they walked out of their house and they were white, I have a problem with that.
You're jumping around, though. You're jumping around because you just asked, how do you fix it? And all I said was, you need, unfortunately, the millennials who are getting older.
Is it education? Is it education that's going to fix it? Is it religion that's going to fix it?
It's just.
What is it?
Well, back to his point.
It takes a millennial seeing that CNN and then the comparison to the turning point and being like, oh, that's wrong, and then saying, I need to change.
So what he was saying was there's going to be a line drawn in the sand.
I got that.
Okay, hold on.
You keep saying, I get it.
Okay. And I was saying, because that's the Gen Xers drawing the fucking line. And let me tell you why we'll draw this line.
Okay.
Because we grew up in a different America.
Okay.
We grew up in America way different than the younger millennials. The older millennials, we grew up, and I make fun of it, grandma's apple pie, 4th of July parade.
Ronald Reagan. Call a spade a spade. We grew up with Ronald Reagan.
We grew up in a great America where people were safe, and we look back and we seen what's happening to our country. Okay. I mean, your country too, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this is not the America that we grew up in.
Right. But it's the America you created.
It is not the America we created.
No.
We're going to be the ones.
Who created it then?
You go back.
The Democrats.
The baby boomers did. The Democrats.
The left did. Because, again, it's like what you said. They have a better system.
Their propaganda machine
is a lot better than Republicans. Because right now, for the last 30 years, the Republicans has sat on their hands and said, oh, well, we don't want to make a wave. It's time to make a fucking wave.
I agree.
Okay.
So
make a wave. Do it.
So, I mean, you think the millennials are going to save us? The millennials aren't going to save us. The millennials don't even want to work 40 hours a week.
All right.
They don't even want to work 20 hours a week. We can't fuck them to get to work at Taco Bell.
No.
You know,
I'm just saying I don't disagree with you guys at all.
No, we're not ganging up on you.
You guys just get a little bit triggered when I say who made that world. Because guess what? Who runs the current world? A couple of boomers and a lot of Gen Xers.
So let me
starting to be some millennials.
Let me agree with you
to
a point now here. I'm going to agree with you.
Absolutely, I do too.
As millennials are growing older,
right,
turning 30,
that's what I'm saying.
30s, they're coming up to 40, they're looking at Gen Z like, what the fuck?
How can we give everybody Partition and Base Awards?
Yeah,
you know,
so
that's what they're saying.
You guys were the ones who gave us the participation awards.
No, not me. I can guarantee
but I'm
you
saying,
I never
that's
did
great.
that.
That's great. No, that's great, and that's what I keep saying. That's great. You guys are hard individuals. You guys
hard
are
times created.
You guys are the Gen Xers that were better.
Right
but
so
listen,
back in baseball,
you have participation trophies. Who were the parents handing out the participation trophies?
Okay, so let me go to that.
Who weren't? No, just say don't explain it.
I am.
What generation were they?
The same.
What
people,
generation were they?
My age.
Okay, so Gen Xers.
And so in Little League, when they wanted to do that, when we fucking came in second to last place, I said no. There's no. We didn't win anything. There's no participation awards. And again, behind my back, not one freaking parent said, "Hey, by the way, we're going to do this." No. We came to the end of the year party, and guess what? The moms.
It's always the moms. They want the best for their little kids. They want the best for their kids.
Again, best for your kids. What is good about a petition? You didn't do anything.
There's a difference
to earn
between
it.
best for your kid. So there's a difference between, and Mass and I have been having this conversation a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Lately.
I imagine.
There's a difference between, and love you, baby. You're watching this. I doubt it, but
Shouldn't watch any of them. Reality sucks.
Listen. We've had multiple conversations about this is how you solve the problem. Okay, I got this now.
All
this
right.
is it. This is the final thing, and we're moving on. I'm gonna put the stamp on this and smack the table, and we're done. The way you've asked, how do you how do you solve this problem? I, myself, a millennial, I have a son, and I realize that there are really good things about Gen Xers and the morals that you were talking about that have been around for millennia. Okay, I also realized that there were some fucked up things about the way that the world ran for a millennia. Okay, and I find the rational, I find the rational middle ground for both of those, and I instill those values in my son. And I am hard. You have to be a little hard.
Okay,
and no, but so Madison and I have been having this conversation a lot.
Madison won't be hard.
Madison keeps saying that his happiness is the most important thing.
I heard this discussion the other day.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with
and
that.
I keep saying, and that's the thing. That's where this came from. It doesn't come, yes, it came from Gen Xers, but it didn't come from Gen Xers being like, how do I manipulate the people and destroy the world? You know what I mean? It's like, if we give them participation trophies and then all of a sudden all the kids will be weaker and then they won't want to work 20 hours. No, how it works is you have a difference between your guys' dads who would spank the shit out of you, and all of a sudden you got moms who've got a little bit more free time. This is going to go sexist real fast. This is going to go. You got moms who got a little more free time. They want to spend a little more time with their kids. They want to hang out. They want to give them a good life.
My name is Cancel Carl.
What the hell's
So
that?
let's go.
That's
Elon
the
Musk is
devil.
going
That is
viral
the
over
devil.
Twitter.
That's Jesus trying to tell you
that's
you're
the
wrong.
devil.
I'm just going to pull that down. This came.
That's funny.
Going for some reason, but what I'm saying is, Madison and I've had this conversation, and she will say, what's most important about CJ's life is that he's happy. And I try to tell her his happiness is important. I want him to be happy because when he's taken care of and he's nurtured and he's happy, he's going to develop. He's going to be a happier kid. He's not going to become a school shooter kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to be a good kid.
Right.
But there's a difference between being happy 24/7 and learning morals and learning that when you steal a candy bar, you get in trouble.
Okay.
And there's a difference between getting smacked on the wrist and getting legitimate punishment, because that's important. And that's what the Gen Xers, I think, that taught those millennials that are now rising up and causing these big waves in our society.
So you're going to prove my point in a minute. Keep talking, because you're going to prove my point in a minute.
So we get into these arguments all the time because I will, and I don't want to shut up and just let her win the argument. Not that we're arguing, but we start talking about the development of our son.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yes, and so there's a difference between. You're like, okay, should I just shut up and just let her have this conversation?
You can't.
I know, and so it makes me look like the asshole. So dads need to become a little bit more like the assholes. And I
think
I think
to become men again.
Right, exactly.
And here's what defines them. Okay, it's exactly where you're going. And again, it's because you're my son. Now, we have a lot of differences now from when you were a little kid to you're a grown-ass man.
Sure.
You have your own family. You have your own son. You get to make your own decisions. Right. I have no right, because me and you are equals now. Right? Okay?
Sure.
So here's how you fix it. Love it or hate it, I don't care. Morals. There is a right and there is a wrong.
And exactly.
And there is there to me, and unfortunately it's one of my probably my downfalls. And I'm looking into the camera, is I don't have a lot of gray area in my life. I believe it is the right
Very
to
binary.
Do, or binary, is that what it's called? It's called binary. See, I learned something new today.
Two sides. There's two options. There's a right and a wrong. That's what there's two options.
Perfect.
Binary.
There's two options. There's right and there's wrong. And where does it come from? It cannot come from, well, everybody's truth is everybody's truth.
Right.
That's wrong, because when you say that, that means rape is okay if it's okay with you. Child molestation is okay if it's okay with you. I'm sorry, that's not. There's a right and there's a wrong.
Right.
Okay, and that is my biblical upbringing. I understand that. A lot of people don't agree with that.
But it's not just biblical, though. I think that, and that's my solution, is you have to, There has to be some.
But where's it going to come from? Where's it going to? It's not going to come from our politicians. They're the most corrupt people around, both Republican
and
Democrat.
They don't teach about being self-dependent.
It's not coming from the schools.
They're not teaching about being self-dependent. Okay. Like I said, they're not teaching about being educated means you're self-dependent.
So where does it come from?
Do you think we're scared of our parents?
Where do you think it's come from?
You know where I think it comes from. We took the Bible out of our schools. We took God out of everything. When you take God out of everything, you take the ultimate right and you take the ultimate wrong, and it disappears. And your truth and your truth and my truth are now equal. No matter what it is, it's really equal, and it cannot be. Look, if murdering something is wrong, somebody, not something, I apologize. If murdering a person is wrong, if raping a woman or a child or a man is wrong, where does it come from? It comes from the Bible. I'm sorry, it comes from the Bible.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay, so no, I feel that.
Everything from the Bible is not bad. Everything from the Bible, I believe, is good, but that's not going to be everybody's opinion, okay? You want to fix society? Get rid of your fucking gym. Excuse me.
He's going on a Bible tour right now.
I know. I'm sorry.
Hey, Joel Osteen just has $600,000 for you.
Pants.
No, he's got $600,000 for you. Is what he's got.
Probably. Look, it comes from this. You got to get rid of your gyms. You've got to get rid of your computers. You got to get rid of your libraries. You got to get rid of all this crap in the jails. A punishment must be exactly what the word says. It must be a punishment.
But then your punishments need to be legitimate. You can't be putting people in jail for 110 years, or you can't be putting people in jail for 10 years for selling weed.
I agree. I agree.
I mean? Like,
okay.
Yeah, like,
so again, I don't want to get into what my system would be because the world's not ready for my system.
No,
okay?
it's not. I've heard it. It's
not. But look, your sense of right and wrong come from a source. Sure. Okay. I believe the source is the Bible. It's been the Christian philosophy for 2,000 years. And actually, if you go into it, it's even more because it comes from the Torah. Okay, I don't care if you go back to the Greeks or the Romans or what was the podcast? The first thing you told me to listen to, the Persians. Okay,
they're Hardcore History.
That great podcast, by the way. That
fantastic.
Wonderful,
hard to listen to, but fantastic.
Very, very long. But if you love history,
Dan Crenshaw or not, I forget his name, but Dan something. He's got Hardcore History. He'll tell you the history of the entire Persian Empire, but it's 6 episodes long and each one's 3 hours.
3 hours long. Okay.
They're insane.
But if you look at that history. What changed the Persian history? It's when they conquered Israel and they took the Israelis in.
I thought you said Israel never got conquered.
Oh, no, Israel's been conquered.
I thought they never lost a battle.
No. In today's society, in modern day Israel, thank you, modern day Israel, okay. But you look at where the Persian Empire was. Their laws changed, okay, and when they conquered Israel. And the Israelis, they became their society. So, again, when Israel came back to... When the Persian king, I forget who it was, said, hey, you can come back, only like 25% of the people came back. The rest of them stayed there. Why? They were entrenched in the culture, and they were changing that culture. Well, God was changing that culture, okay? So you could just go back thousands of years, okay? What was wrong is wrong, and was right, and it all becomes down to that. You can't argue the fact that the Christianity has formed our morals for over 2,000 years. It's closer to 6,000 years, okay? Right. You look at today's, women's lib. Nothing has done more for women's lib than Christianity. Why? Because you look back in the Bible, and it was the church that gave women value and positions. If Carter's eating his microphone, but you want to look back at history, that's the truth, okay? And history, and I didn't say this, but when you talk about the telescope, okay? Science has proved history on Christian religion every single time. Every single time. I know you want to. Go back when he says it'll say, "Oh, we never heard of King so and so." All of a sudden, they'll find a brick with the king's name on it. Oh, well, that happened.
I found the second Bible in Utah.
You found the second Bible. Was it given to us by a golden
started
lizard?
Soaking and turfing.
and turfing.
By the way, when you guys got into that soaking thing, I literally pissed myself on the treadmill laughing.
Well,
I
awesome.
just thought it was hilarious.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
I think there needs to be again. We need to get back to old-fashioned values, old-fashioned America.
I don't think
right is right.
I don't.
Wrong
okay,
is wrong.
So last thing, and then we really need to wrap
it's been
this up.
long.
No.
Yeah.
So I think
nobody's watching anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and hey, who cares? That's just us talking.
Probably are. Yeah.
You know,
Moonshine,
I think
Tennessee.
what your actual rant is we need to go back to morals, and you're frustrated by the world we live in today, and
yes, sir.
And there's a billion variables to this situation. There's generational gap, there's ideology, there's location, there's wealth, there's income. You know what I mean? There's all these different factors that cause somebody to be raised and believe in a world that there is. What we need, what we need. I'm going to try to sum this up.
I know.
No matter where you come from, you think. And I completely agree. I don't necessarily believe that it should be straight from the Bible for a lot of reasons. But I think what you're trying to say is the reason we're falling apart is because no matter where you come from, black, white, Asian, Mexican, if you're rich, poor, you come from the South, the North, the East, the West, doesn't matter where you come, whoever you are, there should be a universal set of morals that are based on reality. And because we've lost that over, I believe, the last 30 plus 40 years, and it probably has seeds further down.
I would say 150 years, yeah.
We have seeds being planted further down. You think that if we got back to a kind of universal set of morals that everything would kind of pan out and be better.
Well,
you're thinking that's the biggest issue.
Yeah, basically, yes. I'll have to agree with that. I think it has more to do with the judicial system and actually what is punishment.
Okay, well, we can go and we can go into that for years on end. Kelly, I'm gonna let you do your rant, and then we got.
No, we're good. We don't have to do my rant. We're 2 hours in.
Okay, yeah, we're.
Sorry, Kelly.
No, you're good. I liked your rant.
You're good.
I like the dialogue.
We can go on forever, and I'm getting the signals from the production department.
Yeah.
That we need to wrap things up.
That would be my wife saying, "Get in here on board."
Yes, probably.
Because the baby's still asleep.
Just real quick, I'll do my rant in like 2 seconds. You guys, I watched the new Matrix movie.
Oh, you did watch it?
So.
Okay, Wheel of Time. I'm throwing it out there. Wheel of Time. You got to watch it.
I watched the 5th Matrix movie today. Okay? 22 years after the original.
Really? Has it been that long?
22. The original one came out in 1999. Matrix 1.
How old were you then?
I was 3. The original Matrix movie, the trilogy, and then you have what's called the Animatrix, which is a fantastic, unheard of Matrix spinoff that people should be watching. It's really good. So I was super worried that the Matrix was going to be an absolute failing of the ability to commentate on nature of humanity and our binding to technology. I wish they would. I was like, oh, they have such a great opportunity. I've said this multiple times. They had a great opportunity to make commentary on the, complete, addiction that we have to technology. And that's what the movie, The Animatrix, talks about. But I watched it, and here are my couple notes just as I'm kind of live noting as I'm watching it. Right off the bat, I was sold as a movie. It was complex and confusing. You start watching it.
Oh, it's a thinking movie.
No, if you start watching it, the beginning of the movie is the beginning of the first Matrix.
So that's why I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, you need to go.
And I'm going to start back at 1 and watch them all.
That's what I got to do.
That's what I was saying.
I've seen them all, but I was
22
years.
I just watched all 3 of them.
I don't remember what I had for breakfast.
I watched
the
trilogy and then the Animatrix last year, so I'm pretty caught up and I know about kind of the philosophical parts about it. So when it starts off as the intro scene to the first movie.
Oh, really?
Oh, and it's like, and you're watching it. And my first note was like, this is super gimmicky.
So you were taking notes while you were watching it?
I was taking.
Oh, really?
Just
That's
a few,
cool.
Just a few. So I'm watching it.
How long?
2 hours.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's not like 6 hours.
No.
Okay.
And so I'm watching it. It's the opening scene to the first movie. And I'm like, right off the bat, I'm like, oh, this is a remake. This is stupid. And then, like, the way that, like, the deep divers, the people in the reality are trying to, like, interface with the Matrix, like, watching the original scene.
Oh, wow.
And they're, like, commentating on it. They're like, holy shit, this is
Don't take the blue pill. Don't take the blue pill.
Yeah. Well, that's seriously what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're, like, in the movie, they're, like, the new deep divers, the next generation.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for people.
They're like, whoa, what's going on? Oh my gosh, we stumbled upon this like crazy thing. This is historic, all this stuff. And then
so they acknowledge the gap in time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
And so there were these absolute genius connections with the original Matrix film. They did an amazing job connecting the
In your
reasons why-
uneducated opinion, they did an amazing job. Okay.
Connecting these
in your millennial opinion.
Yes.
It's your millennial
Connecting these moments from the original trilogy and then connecting them into the new one. So it was seamless and amazing. And the guy who plays Morpheus in that, he's a younger Morpheus. He's a
the black guy, right?
Yeah. I won't go into it, but he's like important.
Important.
In the new Matrix, they're playing 5D chess. So make sure to watch the old Matrixes so you can go and see the new one and kind of understand what's going on. Like, a lot.
Yeah.
So
Refresh
the
your memory,
premise
old man.
at the beginning, I will tell this. The premise at the beginning is they have Neo trapped in. Neo is Neo is existing. Okay. And he's at a game developer company in San Francisco developing a game called The Matrix. And Neo doesn't know what's reality and what's not. He is so
Total Recall.
He's
Total Recall.
He's so full-fledged in what people think that he's so full-fledged in the game that he created. He keeps having these mental breaks, and he has to see a psychologist.
This is a Total
and he has to
Recall
do all this-
cap.
It's so good.
Does he pull a big thing out of his nose?
So he's a game
This is
developer.
somebody with 3 tits.
He lives in this world where he's a game developer that became uber famous for developing the most influential game of all time called The Matrix. And
Interesting.
it destroyed him mentally. Then his company says that he has to make the new Matrix after 20 years. So it's kind of like this play on like, oh, there's a reboot of the Matrix.
Cool.
And so Keanu Reeves is in this developer room with all
Is
the
his
other-
acting any better?
Oh, it's so good. I love Keanu.
I love
he's like,
Keanu Reeves.
he's like,
Really? What's the love about it?
He's awesome.
Okay.
So there's this amazing scene where Neo is sitting in the room full of other game developers, and they're talking about how to make the new reboot of the Matrix video game. And they all have these millennial view philosophical points about what the Matrix represents to people. And, oh, it's this crypto democracy, all these crazy different things. Such a great scene. Neo's just sitting there like,
You people are idiots.
and you're sitting there laughing because they're not only making a great connection to the original Matrix movies, but you're laughing because you can look at it from the movie perspective, but you can also looking at it that they're making fun of the fact that they're making a reboot of the Matrix. A great part about it is you realize that it's not humans versus machines. It's a battle between good and evil, and there's this whole deep question about what is life and what is sentient and what is consciousness. And I won't.
Cool.
I don't want to spoil it because it just came out yesterday. But you guys should really check it out. I recommend watching the first.
So you gave a good plug there. I'm going to give a good plug because I've actually been paid a lot of freaking money for this one. Wheel of Time. Robert Jordan wrote me a huge check before he passed away.
That's his
because
sponsor.
He knew I was going to be on this podcast. Okay,
right.
So Game of Thrones. Everybody loves it. Okay, it's a great series. But Wheel of Time, the books are wonderful. You got to read them. There's 20 of them. I mean, it takes a while to read them.
You got to read them. There's 400 of them, and they're all 1,000 pages long.
and it's really kind of the same scenario over and over and over. But the movie I was thinking was going to be crap. Okay.
I'll check it out.
Really, really good. Great acting. The Trollocs are incredible to see. The what do you call that?
I don't know.
Graphics or the
the CGI and all that stuff. Yeah. Rendering.
Really good. Acting is good. The storyline goes a little faster than the books, thank God.
What's it called?
Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan.
What can we watch it on?
On Prime Time or a Prime
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime Video.
Watch it out on Amazon Prime.
Great. You'll love it. If you like Game of Thrones, I think you're really gonna like this a lot.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, let's get out of here, guys.
Goodbye, and thank you for having me on.
You're welcome.
Dad,
Sorry
thanks
to
for
piss
joining
everybody
us.
off.
No, you did a great job. You
did.
were really good for your first time on a podcast. I thought he did a great job.
Yep, we'll have you again.
Kelly,
Makes you
as
think this was the
always,
first.
you are the best. I love
thank
you
you.
so
Greatest
much.
voice in radio. Right
I love
there,
staring
Kelly's
into your
voice.
eyes, as my dad says.
They're blue.
Yes, but I'm actually just looking at my notes on my computer trying to produce this show live. So
If you think Kelly's got a great voice for radio, send us a message because he missed his
we need
call
some
in.
comments.
Wonderful voice.
So if you've made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. I know we went off the rails in every single direction we possibly
all
could. We really appreciate you guys. If you want to follow us on social
Follow
medias, we've got TikTok, Gen Gap Talks. We'll be periodically coming out with some new videos. Instagram, we got Gen Gap Pics. And make sure to like and comment and subscribe. We really
Carter
appreciate it.
stares into Kelly's eyes.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.